awkward silence in between. Hi guys. I literally, well, I know it turned on the audio. Hello everyone. How are we doing? I literally last minute decided I needed to go to the bathroom before starting stream. And I literally come in and the song finishes and I'm like, I gotta start. Hi guys, how are we doing? Hello, hello. How is everyone? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Zim. Zim beat the bot, guys. Zim was here before the bot. And thank you for resubbing, my dude. 22 months. Zim, we're gonna have to get another... We're gonna have to get another sub badge for the 24. The big 2 years is coming up. Oh my gosh, 2 years. Zim, so long. So long. How? We're gonna have to figure out another sub badge, my dude, for in 2 months' time. Hiya, Phoenix. How you doing? I'm doing all right. Hiya, Froglet. Hiya, Particle. Hiya, Cucumber. Hiya, Jubac. Hello, Lucas. Anyone else that I need to say hi to? Hiya, Tim Chatter. Hiya, Happy. Hiya, Nini. And hiya, Fernandos. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Dude, Zim, yeah. Let's go. You're doing great. That's good to hear, my dude. That's good to hear. Yeah, we're streaming again. It's been a hot minute. It's been a week and a half since our last stream. My last stream was the wrap-up stream of Your M's at My Fingertips. Hiya, Araby. Earth to Katie. Instead of a hydrate train, what about an Earth to Katie train? What is that supposed to do? Well, Fernandos, I don't know. What am I supposed to do with 10 Earth to Katies? This is intimidating me. Yes, hello? You have my attention. What do I do? Everyone joining in. Oh my. Yes, definitely oh my. Help? What do I do? What do I do with 10 Earth? What does this mean? Hawk, help me decide what does 10 Earth to Katies mean? Hawk, hiya, how you doing? That is a lot of Earth. Yeah, that is many Earths. What is Earth? Earth. Actually, you know what? This would be funny if I were drawing the frame that follows the current frame that we're going to be working on today. But that's how it goes. Oh my gosh. Guys, I just got a wonderful message. Guys, we are going to see Six the Musical. We are gonna go see Six the Musical. I can't wait. I just got the confirmation message. Oh, I'm so happy. Anyway, the Earth burning frame. No, that is not happening. In this animatic, that's in the next one. Oh my gosh, does the Earth ever burn? Does the Earth ever burn? We are working on the Secret Life animatic today, Froglet. That is happening. Yes, Six the Musical. You saw it in the West End. It's incredible. I can't wait. It's coming to Switzerland. It's coming to Switzerland, and I'm so hyped. I am so distraught, guys. I missed The Lion King in Switzerland. I could have gone and seen The Lion King here in Switzerland. They were here for months, and I just didn't, and I regret. So, yeah, I've seen The Lion King before. The Lion King was the first musical I ever watched, and that's like, what is that? What is Six? Six is a musical about Henry VIII's six wives, and it's like oh gosh, how do I explain it, Sim? Doesn't Scar and people try to burn the earth when Tango died? Oh yeah, that does happen. We could definitely... Here's the thing, guys. This animatic and the following animatic, there's some things. Yes, it's based on Henry VIII's wives, and kind of like it's kind of described mostly because I haven't seen it yet. So this is that he ate his wives. No, the 8th. There were 8 Henry. There were 7 Henrys before him, and he was the 8th. But it's kind of like described as a concert musical, I've heard. I know the songs ish, but my friend Zimon's obsessed with it, and she just booked tickets, and I'm very happy. Anyway, no, he ate the wives. Google it. Did I miss that? Did I miss that in history class? Although we never talked about Henry VIII. We didn't really care about English history in Switzerland, fairly obviously. Anyway, glad you're able to watch the stream. Well, hiya, Snow Leopard. Hello, hello. Okay. I'll Google it at some point. I guess I will find out more about Henry VIII's wives. That was why he was fat. Shall we get to drawing? And I want to have a good chat about this animatic with you guys today, because there are things. I have thoughts. I mean, I always have thoughts. I'm very opinionated, aren't I? But I just want to have like a heart-to-heart with you guys on this animatic and just general things that have been going through my brain while I've been working on it, because it's really slow progress. It's really slow By the way, this is the frame that we're working on today. It's Grian burning down his egg while Cleo and Etho watch, and can we appreciate the fact that Etho is further down on the hill than Cleo. He is just as tall as her in my canon. But look, they are about the same height, but he has to be further down on the hill, just because they are a goal boss. Anyway. We can allow that to... Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Yep. Why was I doing an American accent? They are all fairly British. But yes. This is him burning down. And I wasn't really sure exactly how to do his expression here. And we'll figure that out in a second. Oh, hiya. I can speak German. Liar, liar. I shall do. Hold on. Let me set my alarm. Ich muss meinen Wecker stellen und dann rede ich für eine Minute Deutsch. Ah, wo ist mein Wecker? So, jetzt muss ich eine Minute lang Deutsch reden. Also, ich möchte euch ganz schnell zeigen, 2 Sekunden, ich möchte euch ganz schnell zeigen, wie Zeugs fortlaufen bei mir mit dem Animatic. Animatic-mäßig gibt es, glaube ich, nicht ein deutsches Wort dafür, muss ich sagen. Ich muss meine ganzen Vorlesungsnotizen schließen. Also, ich habe so viel mit meinem Animatic bisher erledigt. Das ist der Progress Update. So viel habe ich bisher gemacht. Und wir haben noch einige, wofür wir den Lineart machen müssen. Wir müssen noch für 17 Frames ein Lineart machen. Und... there was a channel point redemption. I'm going to explain this to you in English briefly, because there was a channel point redemption where I have to speak German. Anyway, jedenfalls. Krankenwagen ist ein sehr lustiges Wort, muss ich sagen. And there we go. And I have stopped speaking German. That was just for that 1 minute. It's a channel point redemption that we have where I have to, without context, speak German for a minute. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys the progress. You're used to hearing my verse in English. But bilingual be bilingualing. Anyway, I always repeat what I was saying in German, for obviously I'm not assuming that you guys can understand what I'm saying. The minute is over. The minute is quick. I'm not assuming that you guys can understand what I'm saying, so I do always repeat what I'm saying most of the time, unless it's complete nonsense. It usually is complete nonsense what I talk, but if it's something important, that I do repeat it in English. But yeah, that's just a little channel point redemption we have where I have to speak German for a minute, because I can. Because I am able to speak that language. Anyway, this is the progress for the animatic so far. This is how we've been doing with stuff, and it's been slow. You're learning it, so you're glad you got the general gist of it. That's cool. That's really cool. I always find I speak German very quickly, so if anyone who's learning German can understand me, then that's props to you, my dude. My mum has sometimes, if I'm excited especially, I speak so quickly. And even my mum has sometimes said, like, you're speaking so quickly, I can't understand you. And she's fantastic at German. Like, she speaks it like a native. Anyway, here is my progress for the animatic. The 4 frames that we have finished are the 4 frames that we have finished on stream. I have quite a few that I am almost finished with. And a lot of that has to do with me just copy and pasting the secret keeper onto different frames. And that is something that I do want to talk about. But yeah, there are a couple of ones where I don't have a lot more to do, which is what this one is. The final rendering is like maybe, I'd say 10 minutes to half an hour left of work on that frame. So they're almost done. Don't think you'd have the patience to learn it properly. Like, props to anyone who's learning German, because German is a really difficult language to learn. There are some concepts in German that just don't exist in English. That I can imagine is really difficult to wrap your head around if these are concepts that you've never really been faced with, right? Like, entirely new existent things. Like, for instance, just joined. Well, hello, YouTuber. Hi. Hi, Rose. Welcome. You made it. You made it to a stream. Lovely to have you here. But yeah, anyone who's learning German, props to them, because it's really difficult. It is really, really difficult. And I'm glad I never had to. It was just, thrust upon me at a very young age, I guess. I grew up bilingual, in case anyone's wondering. I grew up English and German bilingual. Anyway, yep, so final rendering means like, oopsie, this is an eraser. Final rendering means like I've got between 10 minutes and half an hour left on a frame. Tricky background means that these frames are going to take quite a while, and I'm actually planning to do a lot of those frames on stream. Like what I have up here are stream pieces of 3, like that's no longer a very accurate number. I don't update that as often. Base coloring means I have just done what I've done for this frame, for instance. This frame here is what I mean by base coloring, and this is probably also a tricky background drawing if I'm looking at it like this. Any kind of background that involves, you know, terrain and stuff. That's what that one means. And then we just have line art, which is without any coloring. Just some line art without any coloring, which is, we've got 10 frames, and then messy composition sketch. And this is the biggest, most difficult part to get to get past for me, because it means I have to do line art, and I have to finalize a frame composition, which actually is the most difficult for me in this animatic at the moment, and that's something I might come to talk on later. But yes, the messy composition sketch is what's making life really difficult at the moment, especially with how everything else is happening. You're learning French. Good for you, my dude. I did 9 years of French, and I couldn't hold a conversation, actually. I'm terrible. Hopeless. So yeah, and also empty frame is where I've literally just got some notes down. In fact, I can show you guys the one empty frame that I have, because it is utter chaos. The one empty frame I have is the Great Wither Battle, where I've got like in the background like so I've got 2 layers here. One of them's like all team up, top 10 anime battles, woo, epic Wither Battle. So this is the Wither Battle. Working in animatic at the moment, and so difficult. Yeah, I'm finding this one especially difficult. But that's... You want to learn German? People want to learn German? Well, good luck when you do. Good luck when you do. It's not an easy language to learn, and kudos to you if you do it. But yeah, we kind of like have... This is kind of an epic fight sequence. Not sequence, it's just going to be one frame, but it needs to be like an action-packed frame, and I'm kind of intimidated by it. I haven't drawn anything about it, so... What I've noted up here is kind of like what people could be doing in that frame. Like the Wither is chasing Scott, and Joel is cheering the Wither on because Joel wanted the Wither to kill Scott. We have Gem and Impulse, and maybe it's also Scar with arrows shooting at it, although Scar also killed Bigby in it. Maybe we could add that to it. I've watched this scene very many times from different perspectives just to get some inspiration, but it hasn't worked. And then we have like people with swords potentially. We could just, I'm thinking of just doing silhouettes for this, like silhouettes please for my sanity. So yes, this is the empty frame that has nothing in it yet, and I just maybe at some point need to sit down and just tackle it at some point. You also listen to Feed the Machine because it's the song I'm using and it's one of your new faves. Awesome, let's go. I'm happy to introduce new songs to people. That makes me so happy. It's so cool. Anyway, we're working on this frame today, and we'll see. I always say this. I always say this. We'll see if we finish it. And if we do, and we still fancy chatting and hanging out, then I will move on to a different frame. But I never do because I spend so much time. But I feel like this frame shouldn't take too long. Fingers crossed. Famous last words. You know, that kind of thing. The amount of bands you've become obsessed with from the live series community is astounding. The live series has a good... The community has a good taste in music, I will say. Anyway. Yes, let's just start the drawing. Let's start the artage. I just had a realization. I'm glad that there are no... We have a Grian reference picture here. But I'm glad that otherwise there are no spoilers in the reference pictures, because that does exist. Oh, another thing that I have done... Hold on, is there any way that I can show this without doxing or showing private pictures that I don't want to show? Yes, there is. So what I've done... There's so much that I want to share with you guys, because it's been weeks since I worked on this animatic on stream, and I've just done so many things. But look at this, guys. I have collected all drawings of every single character that I've ever done into drawings so that I have like a reference of them. And... I mean, you can probably see it now, but can you guess? Like, maybe I could just hide this quickly. Can you guess who I've drawn the most? Who do we think, out of all the live series characters, I've drawn the most? Place your bets. I might actually ask the Discord after this. If you're in stream now, and you'll be in the Discord later, then don't spoil it. But I kind of want to know, who do you think with all the life series animatics, and also consider the Hermitcraft animatic where some life series people are there, who out of the life series have I drawn the most? Good question. Yeah, right. Ponder on that. I tell you what, we'll come back to this. I'll start drawing. Ah, that's the wrong thing. Because you can kind of see it on the images. I'll start drawing. Who? Good question. Let's make the background. What color would the background be? Would it be night? We could make a night frame, a nighttime frame. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly... I know I'm going to this screen a lot, but I'm going to reference other screens around it. Does someone know per heart whether it was night when he burnt down the thing, the egg? I don't want it to be a blue sky. Might make it a grey sky. Might make it Fungaber. Might make it a grey sky. And we'll go from there. Or I'll make it nighttime. I'll make it nighttime. But yeah, guys, think about who have I drawn the most. I mean, in theory, you could go and watch through the animatics again and count. You think it might have been daytime? Think you remember it being daytime? Oh, was that the question? Okay. If it was daytime, then I'm going to go for a kind of greyish sky, maybe a little bit of red undertones. Nighttime would be cool. Nighttime, like in some cases, I don't stay true to what time of day it was just because it would be cool. It would make the fire stand out more. I mean, if you consider, let me just, I love how I'm going to this frame all the time. We love to see it. Yikes. I don't think I have this image very present at all. I'm going to have to do some scrolling. If you consider the Double Life animatic, where they were up on the tower defense, that was a grey background. I might just kind of like take the colours from there, take inspiration from the colours there. I can't find the image. Here it is. Oh wow, that's kind of, that's kind of dramatic, isn't it? So we had this frame here, which had everything. Come on. In fact, that's an MS. Which had like everything dark in the background. Hiya, master. And kind of, we could kind of go for that vibe. Oh, but at the same time, thank you so much for following, Rose Frost. I appreciate it. Lovely to have you here, my dude. At the same time, we will have a kind of brownish coloured egg. He made it out of birch, right? Playing Sims at the same time works surprisingly well. I can imagine. Sims is one of those things where you don't always have to have your focus on it, but it's something good to do on the side. Actually, if we were going to go for a more of a greyish, brownish background like this, that will wash out the building a lot more. No, I don't think we go for brown. Has anyone got any ideas on who I've drawn the most? Because I'll let you guys know if we get some guesses in. I'll spill the beans. Martin's a good shout. I thought Martin was also one that I'd drawn a lot. It was actually kind of a surprise, but also not. Especially if you consider earlier animatics, where this person was drawn very much in the earlier animatics. Grian, Jimmy, good shouts. Go play Catan now. Good, have a good time with that. I've drawn. I also thought Tango was gonna be the most drawn. Tango isn't. B-dubs, I have drawn a surprising amount. I was surprised with how much I'd drawn B-dubs. So yeah, one of you has got it. One of you has the right answer, I will say. One of you said the right answer. And it makes sense. Zimon got it. See, I think I was hanging out with Zimon at the time when I was counting this, and Zimon was able to guess who it was. Medagacha Etho when it looks bad. Okay. But I'll spill the beans. And no, that's not me alluding to it being Joel. It's this guy right here. I've drawn Grian the most in animatics. And you want to know? Can anyone guess how many? Need to make a gacha green. And anyone guess how many times I've drawn Grian? Like, throw some numbers out there. How often have I drawn this little gremlin face? Yo, Happy, hold on. Did you see? You're really Happy, you're really close. Everyone draws Grian. Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't focus on Grian. I don't focus on stuff, but yeah, you're really Happy. You're so close. I have drawn Grian 63 times. We can go back to this now. I've drawn Grian 63 times. Here he is. These are all the times that I have drawn Grian. And to be fair, I counted stuff like this. And I counted stuff like this. 63. And yeah, there's a lot of Grian. There's a lot of Grian in there. Every single time. That's a lot of Grians. Yep. But you know, want to know a number that really surprised me is how much I've drawn B-dubs. Can anyone guess how often I've drawn B-dubs? Because I actually didn't think that I'd drawn B-dubs that often, but I have drawn him. Sam will cooperate. It always goes wrong. 100 plus. No. So Grian was the one that I drew the most. 50? Have you seen it now? You've seen it. You guys have seen it. Can you even see those numbers? Is the resolution good enough? I don't even know. But yes, I have drawn B-dubs 50 times. So you are correct. If you guessed that, guys. If you guys guessed that, then fantastic. Yeah, I've drawn the guy a lot as well. And I didn't think I had. I didn't think I'd drawn him as much. Ah! Spoilers! Animatic spoilers right at the end there. I screenshot a lot of my sketches as reference. So yeah. And Scott is also tied for second place with also having drawn Scott 50 times. I mean, to be fair, like, these 3 frames count as 3 frames. But, you know. Oh, keep going. No, I shan't. I can't. I don't dare to scroll down much further. But yeah. Is there any other... Oh, also... No, there's Scott. I thought I read Scar where there was Scott. Yeah. I've only drawn Gem 8 times. Wait, who is number 1? Grian is number 1 with 63 drawings. I've drawn Grian 63 times. The bread man, yes. So, yep. Anyway, let's get back to adding another drawing to that counter. And let's do. I know, right? That's a lot of drawings in the years that we've done this. 2.5 years. 2.5 years we've been drawing animatics. So, back to this thought, right, guys? We can't make it 64 now. More than 64 now, Zim. He arrived a couple. He's there a couple more times in the animatic. My thought with this, like, color scheme for the fire in the background is we can't do brown for the background because we're doing brown for the egg shape on the side here. So that's not going to be possible. There's lots of him like slices of bread. Yes. So what else can we do? I don't really want it to be a bright blue sky. We could... If we made it reddish, then it would make the whole image very red because, you know, his red sweater, the reddish fire. Cloudy? Yeah, I'm thinking kind of grey. I'm thinking either like a grey day, but I don't want it to just be grey. Like, this is completely desaturated grey. I want to add some sort of undertone to it. Either cloudy or we make it nighttime. We just go for the nighttime. But then if we made it nighttime, then these two wouldn't be as visible in the background. Unless we do for a gradient. We could do a gradient. Purplish? We could do purplish. We could do purple. Hold on. I'm always trying to reference this with like the frames surrounding it because I want multiple different colors. So I can't show those frames obviously because that's spoiler. But the frame before that is probably going to be either blue or greenish background. The frame after that is going to have a blue sky. So purple would not be bad. And then the ones around that have actually got a black sky for reasons. So yeah, we'll do Twilight. We'll do purple. We'll kind of do a purple Twilight. I like that. We'll do that. Ooh, spoilers. Yes. Very, very vague spoilers. Anyway, let's get back to drawing. I'm at some point going to accidentally just exit out of this drawing and show you guys the entire animatic. Oh yeah, by the way, I drew this animatic, this sketch multiple times. Like this was the first sketch, like really zoomed in. But I didn't quite like that. I didn't really leave room for Cleo and Etho in the background. And also this placing it like this makes it very nice and mirroring future frames. I've been thinking a lot about composition in this. Like, composition has been my main thing. That is Lizzie's coat colour. Fun little fact there. I don't have my water bottle! Where's my water bottle? Dang it. There it is. Still had it in my uni bag. Hydrate. So, let's make this a little more purple. And we'll add a gradient. Because I like the idea of purple. Must have water bottle. We must have water bottle. Crow, 23 months. Hi, bro. Hiya. You volleyballing, my dude? I don't know where he is. He's not home to my knowledge. Bum, bum, bum. More vibrant. The fire is going to be very vibrant, so I don't want the background to be too vibrant. The fire, I want the fire to steal the show. But this is just the base color. We're going to add like a layer on top of this. And you're an hour and a half. That is your identity. Go grad dinner. You gonna get burger at burger place? and there are multiple options of burger places. I think I know what burger place you're gonna get your dinner at. The cheaper one, eh? Ba-da-bum-bum. Ba-da-bum. There's a really, really good burger place in the town where my bro is. Where he spends his days. Still really like that burger place. Obviously, I can't tell you what it is, but it's a very good one. So let's just get some like gradient going on here. I haven't done any colouring in so long. Having too many more vibrant colours can make a piece feel busy. You've been working on balancing it? Yeah, I've been working on balancing kind of like when to add detail and when not to add detail. You should never respond unless you call... You shall never respond to me unless I call you my crow. That sounds like you're like a little bird on my shoulder, yapping into my ear. You know, like the bird, the crow. Speaking of crows, just before stream, there was a massive... You could never do that, cringe. I love how crows like immediately. What's the difference? Between you and a bird? I think there's quite a few differences between you and a bird, right? But there was like a huge aerial warfare between a flock of starlings, I think, and a murder of crows. And it was just such a racket outside. I was kind of like, I had all the doors closed and then I still heard it. And I was like, what's going on? It's on... You mean the yapping in my ear part? Ah, yes. Yes, sure. That is definitely something that doesn't exist. Doesn't happen often at all. Anyway. I'm just thinking right now, I don't want this to look like the sky in the end. Because the sky that we have in the end, let me just quickly hide the image so I can show you guys a frame that we've already drawn on stream. The sky in the end looks like this. Very bluish, actually. I don't want it to look like they're in the end. I mean, obviously they're going to have maybe... No, I'm not going to do a lot of foliage. You check out Impulse's stream. I'm not going to do a lot of foliage in that picture. I don't want it to look like that they're in the end. Because we have a lot of end images. Images from the end. But the problem is that we had to make the end slightly more... Actually, this is more purple than the sky in the end, which is strange. Witness birds wrestling on the ground. Yeah, I mean, there was even like a hawk in the sky as well. and also in on it, but I don't know. Gotta go study. You be productive in your studying, my dude. Hope the productivity skyrockets and you feel really accomplished. Ba-dum. So I do wonder. Do you like the Grand Green when it looks like the end? True. That is true. I don't. Because I'm just wondering, because Cleo and Etho are silhouettes. They have to be hugely backlit. Light at the top, dark at the bottom. That's not really how skies work, especially if we're thinking twilight, right? If we're thinking twilight, the sun has just set, which means the sky closest to the horizon. Hi, Syntax, how you doing, my dude? I have discovered a new bird verse. A new bird verse? What's a bird verse? The sky. If the sun's just set, then obviously the sky at the bottom of the closer to the horizon will be lighter. You're well? What about me? I'm doing good, my dude. It's good to hear that you're well. I am happy to finally be able to stream. Not more geography. No. We are educational on this channel. We talk about stuff that makes people think about the world. I don't know. Like multiverse? Like a multiverse for birds? Oh, as in like there was an actually like superhero battle, and that was like the big Thanos versus the Avengers battle happening just down the road. Maybe. Okay. I wonder if we go back to the grey idea, but we kind of add a purple tint to the grey. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should make the sky a bit lighter. Actually, let's just do it like this. Let's smudge this bit a bit. But yeah, always when I draw sky, I usually go from dark to light, because that makes most sense for me. Your exam just ended and you don't want to study more? Actually, only have art left and you're terrified? So you still have an art exam left? You can't really study for art exams though, can you? You can just kind of be artistic, right? Off topic, but our short interaction was very funny and you enjoyed it. That's good, my dude. That's good. I tell you what, I sat there and I was like, oh my gosh, yes. And then you said, I gotta go back to a lecture, and I'm like, no. Yeah. I'm kind of like planning to hang out with, this is the frame of Burning the Egg, it is. We have a bit of fire. I'm kind of like trying to hang out with some of the Everen mods a bit more. Just, you know, get to know the peeps that helped me so much on the moderation of the Discord. But yeah, I can't remember what, but that was very funny. So I then did go back to doing uni work myself. Anyway, what was I doing? I was doing the sky. Let's go more lighter and let's go grey. So we'll make it lighter. And more greyish. Because why not? It'd be... Ooh! If I have time after stream. I might do, my dude. I might. I have a couple of things to do afterwards, but they shouldn't take too long. Guys, I decided today I was not going to head into uni because I was just really tired, and I can take some of my lectures as a live stream, so I did. And so I decided I'm just gonna have a me day, so I could maybe do some drawing, get my life organized. And I didn't do any drawing today, well, apart from, you know, the stream today. But what I did do is I had an entire sort out of my whole closet. I shall drink, Suntix, thank you. And sit up straight. I had an entire clear out of my closet, and I just like, I'm donating an entire like meter-high bag of clothes, and it's just so refreshing to have more room in my closet again, and then actually fill it with clothes that I know that I will wear. It does feel good, and I wanted to do it a couple months ago, but I just lost time. I wasn't planning on doing that today, but now that I've done it, it feels so good. And also, I don't know if you guys noticed with the audio, like probably is a lot better. I hope it's a lot better. I'm going to be honest. I'm back at home. I'm no longer cat sitting, no longer kitty sitting, no longer a Flash or a Mylan that's going to scratch at my door. If anything, it'll be a Digby or a Jasper. Yeah, I'm back at home. So I've moved back in, and I've finally properly moved back in because flipping heck, that took forever as well. And now my room is just clear, and I have clear thoughts, and I can think about, yes, cats. Cats! We love cats. It's just a nice feeling. Nice feeling. The only clothes in your closet are those that you wear. If the only clothes in your closet were the clothes that you wear, it'd be very empty. Yeah, I mean, I have my kind of clothes that I choose as well. It makes me realise, especially when I'm like in times where I'm not living home. We're blooming, by the way. Bloom just to make it maybe a bit lighter. I don't like how that's smudged there. We can smudge a bit. I think we'll go with that. Cats are adorable. I love cats. Cats are fantastic. We'll just go with a base colour here. I know it's not a very pretty green, but we'll fiddle around with it afterwards. Yeah, I kind of try my best to switch out clothes and what I wear on a day-to-day basis every now and again. You actually have a cat watching the stream with you right now. That's adorable. Ah, I love that. That is a disgusting colour. Yuck. Let's make that a nicer green, less saturated. Kind of like that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just make like some lines in the background and make it kind of darker, I guess. But I have a couple of things where I can't wear normal clothing, if that makes sense. I have a couple of things where a week where I have to wear clothing that I wouldn't otherwise just wear to uni, necessarily. So, I need to have them in my wardrobe. Oh, I get to have them in a wardrobe as well. I very much like those clothes. And so it's kind of tricky to have a, yeah, you actually wear the first thing you see in your closet. I tell you what, I am a little bit concerned because I've reorganized some things and I've put a couple of things in drawers. So they're not like as easily accessible to me or as visually accessible to me, if that makes sense. Because I'm like, whenever I want to get something out of my closet to wear, I kind of look at stuff and see what I fancy to wear at the time. Just trying to think how I do it. How do I want to do this? Saturated. How do we go from green to purple? They're almost complementary colours. It's just not a nice colour in the background. Maybe I need to make this less green. Maybe we just not go as green. Oof, why is that going so saturated? Maybe more bluish. But that will look more green because of the purple background. But yeah, there's some clothes that now have been buried underneath other clothes in drawers, and I do wonder if that will actually stop me from wearing them. Hope not. Hope that won't be the case. Actually, hold on. If I were to do this, do we like that colour? Or do we like that colour? That's just very grey, isn't it? What if we up the saturation? Move it along a bit. That's too blue. This is confusing my brain. Can we make it purple to navy to blue to differ from the end background? You can make it purple to navy blue. Like, aha, you mean more navy blue at the top? Or more navy blue at the bottom? That might actually be the play if we make it more blue at the bottom. Good play. Good shout there, fellow. It's been so long since I've done some colouring, it's just feeling very, I don't get how to colour right now. I don't understand it. I don't know how it works. Looks very end-like. Yeah, I'm not trying to make it look end-like. I'm trying to stop the end-like looking. We just, you know, maybe we should just start again on this background. Hiya, Egg Boy. Welcome, my dude. Thank you for following. It's lovely to have you here. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's just get rid of the purple idea. Let's just, you know, do this. Make this more blue. So we have more purple. More bluish base. I tell you what, I'm gonna just paint over this a little harder and then kind of smudge that in. And then lower the opacity. Opacity? Purple rays? In what sense purple rays? The purple rays would make it look even more like the end, wouldn't it? So if we were to do that, and then I think that's a little bit too much light blue, we kind of pull it down a bit. Like that. Egg boy, what a fitting name considering the frame. That is true. That is true. I could put a moon in the sky. I could put a moon in the sky. That would make it look not be the end. I don't think I have a single moon in this animatic yet. So that is probably something to consider. So, okay, what if I copy this colour? This is very convoluted, by the way. This is sometimes how I just colour pick. And then I just colour, full the opacity again, colour drop that. Which means I can then draw in the background here. Also with that colour. Yikes, that is the wrong brush. And then kind of do this mountain here. And then I don't think we need to double that. We can just make that, leave that textured. Kind of bluish purple near G-Man. Like, is it blue or is it near G-Man? Near Grian? I mean, we've already got the fire that is going to be quite a visual pointer towards Grian. He's going to hold a torch in his hand. We've already got the fire there. And so we don't necessarily need much more from that standpoint. We'll go to 70 again. I think I'm happy with that. I might make the edges a bit darker around here. That now just kind of looks a bit washed out. Although we do have an Etho in the frame. Maybe it does need to look washed out. Anyway, let's see. Darker background. I don't think we need to change the sky's color around green. Because it's not like we need to hold him separately from everyone else even more than it will. And if I will, Etho sand. Animated Twitch profile pics are a thing now. Just noticed this one you recommend. It's very distracting. Really? I'm going on Twitch right now. Can you tell me one that is animated? I don't see one. I don't see any right now in my recommended. Animated Twitch. Okay, I need to look into this. Hold on. I'm intrigued. We are going off topic. Suntix, you have anything in there? Yoklesh. Yoklesh currently live. They are Vitor. Not moving for me. Oh well. That is something I might, if you hover over it. You? No, not working. Oh well, strange. if that's something that you can do, that could be fun. That could be fun. I've just closed all tabs. That's not going to be helpful. Then I won't be able to see anything. Anyway, tangent over. Let's continue. Question is, do Etho and Cleo look like Etho and Cleo? Are they big enough? Are they going to be noticeable? I don't know. I might actually make them bigger. They can be bigger. I don't quite want to colour them in. Yeah, they're going to be recognisable enough. I think silhouettes... I don't use a lot of silhouettes in this animatic, I realise. It's a staple for an Everen Animatic, and I don't have a lot of it. I don't have a lot of silhouettage, which is silly of me. I have two opening frames with silhouettes in them. That's it. That's all the silhouettes. Maybe I'll have one in the fight scenes. So I'm just getting comfortable moving away from my own. But yeah, not a lot of silhouettes in this one. Although to be fair, no, we've had a lot of like in all the big life series animatics, we've had lots of silhouettage. So this animatic is going to be where there's the least silhouette stuff. Although Everyone Runs to Rule the World didn't have a lot of it. Found one that didn't get robotified. You found one what that didn't get robotified. Maybe if I do a second animatic for the second half of Secret Life, I can do silhouettes there. That's the thing. That's the thing. Everyone Wants to Rule the World had 2 silhouette shots, I think. Potentially. No, 1. Only 1 silhouette shot in Everyone Wants to Rule the World. I can tell you which one it was. These, they got robotified? The emotes? You don't like them? Oh, okay. That does still look like a robot for me as well. B-dubs and Etho, right? No. Wait. Were there a silhouette? The one that I'm talking about is... Oh my gosh. There's a really cursed image of myself on my iPad currently, and I just think it's so funny, so I haven't deleted it yet, but I really kind of think I should in case I accidentally show it. It's just a really embarrassing angle of a photo that I accidentally took of myself. It's of my face, but like I don't look good in the face. Anyway, what am I saying? The only frame that has was B-dubs was in that frame, wasn't he? I'm looking for it. Yeah, the only one that we had was this one. In Everyone Wants to Rule the World. This was the Boogie Attack. How do you get rid of the robots? I have no idea, my dude. But yeah, this is the only animatic frame in Everyone Wants to Rule. So in theory, Feed the Machine has more silhouette frames. And oh, I've been so itching to show you one of them. Like that frame has been in the making since like I think I started. When did Secret Life end? Like December? Beginning of December. That frame has been in my folder since way before the beginning. Ever since I found out that Scar won December. Okay, like ever since I found out Scar won, that frame has existed. It was the very first frame that I started. I've almost finished it. It's just some simple rendering to do that I still haven't. But yeah, guys, I'm really slow with this animatic. Secret Life finished 4 months ago. Oh my flipping goodness. I'm so slow. There's been so much happening, guys. There's been a lot going on. I hope you can forgive me. Life has existed, and life will continue to exist. That's just the way that it is. But I'm working on it. Hiya, Tickle Turtle. Hello, my dude. You'd rather quality than quick? I appreciate that. It's one of those things. I always make these animatics to the best of my ability. So with every single animatic, I will probably invest more time into making it better, if that makes sense. And Tickle Turtle, thank you so much for following, my dude. I appreciate it. Part of me feels like we've had this song already, but oh well. You came to know he won and saw the fan art. I don't think I spoilt myself on this one for once. No, I did. I spoilt myself so hard on this one because I went on Pinterest for a drawing reference. I went on Pinterest for a drawing reference and then Pinterest was full of it. And I'm just so sad. Well, never go on Pinterest. I was just going to go on Pinterest, look for a hand reference, and that was going to be that. But no. Did not. You were so stressed watching the final episode. Pinterest saved you. Oh, I was so salty. I just wanted a reference of a hand and I got spoiled. I don't know how to draw this egg. How do I draw this egg? Do I already draw kind of like parts of it burn off? My thought is I kind of like add like planks. Ooh, hello. It's probably not helpful to do this in this very same colour that I did the egg in. Maybe I just do like plank line. I haven't done any line up for this, by the way. You always watch Pearl first, so you found out quickly. Ah, fair. I'm just kind of thinking like, we'll kind of wrap around some like wooden planks around here. And maybe just kind of try and figure out perspective and stuff. This is something that I've been trying to do a lot, is figure out perspective, but flipping heck so hard. Spilt yolk. Yeah. I don't know how, but that would make sense since it is an egg. But he made it out of wood, right? So I say we do like wooden planks, kind of wrapping around. But how? Okay, hold on. Let's try and use the perspective tool with this. That might help us. If we were to, I might place maybe one here. Then that could kind of give us inspiration on where to place thing. 2-point perspective, but it's saved you so many times. Fair. And then you'd have to be a lot farther away, I think. You know what, no, we just do 1-point perspective and just kind of go off of that. I'd kind of want it to be from Grian's perspective. Like going out from Grian. Wow, it looks like he's the center of the sun. But that would be way too close. So we'll kind of do it like this, I think. This is literally just for a way for me to kind of do the planks. Maybe move it up a bit. I don't want it to be precisely in the middle. Although, are we looking up from below? It feels like we're looking up from below, doesn't it? Because Grian is a short king. So maybe we are looking at it from kind of like the center. That's approximately the center, isn't it? Okay. So, let's do some construction work here. Let's do some construction work. Does not need to be symmetrical, to be fair. Short king's rise. Yes. You know, actually, the shape of the egg, that's fine. That's fine. What I will do is that's the eraser. I will just take these lines, roughly, as a starting point, and kind of show the bulbous way that the egg bends. Might look weird, but we're gonna cover it in flames, so it doesn't need to look perfect. Lines. Thank you. Okay, so those are kind of like larger planks. How excellent this looks. Haha, funny, funny. And so we'll kind of just make the planks jut out a bit here. And we'll add like some wood texture to it so it looks like wood. Actually, I think I have a brush for that. This might be very easy with a brush. Very easy indeed. I hope people recognize this as being Grian's egg that he's burning down. I hope that much is obvious. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, honestly, there wasn't a lot of arson happening in Secret Life, so I think we'll be fine with kind of like what people think that this could be. It's kind of like, it looks like a beehive, you know? I think people will because of the fire. It's giving beehive vibes at the moment. Also, it's an egg. It's ruined. It was birch, right? Yeah? Should I make it more birch coloured? Slightly lighter so it was birch? I am totally up for doing that. I didn't really think when I first placed that colour. The thing is, we're in a very dark environment here, so we will plonk some like shadows on this, so the base colour isn't actually that important. I do wonder if this is kind of lopsided, but is it intentionally lopsided? Did I plan to make it lopsided? Pressed the wrong button. You guys got spoilt. No. What did you see in that one instance? Man, I clicked on the gallery accidentally. Let's switch off the drawing guide. And let's see what this looks when we go dark. And let's just add some wood texture. Hold on. I have, I'm sure, a brush that is wood. Black wood there. Not what I'm looking for. Do I have a wood brush? I don't think so. You were on another tasty spoil crumbs. Nom, 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 nom. It's really easy to see the spoilers as well now because those frames are coloured. I have done the base colouring for all the frames that you would have seen, or that would have been visible. So you'd have been able to see a lot if you'd been looking. If you are eagle-eyed. What app do I use? I use Procreate for the Apple iPad. It is the app to use. Could I use this? Oh, mamma mia, absolutely not. Let's just do this by hand. I like to do wooden textures by hand anyway. Just thought if I had. So we could kind of do like a bit of, you know. This is where we had a branch growing out. This feels like almost more that it'll look like a beehive if I do this, but... I mean, I'm drawing it now. I'm going to destroy half of it in a second, I think, with the fire. These are the things we lost. Don't have Apple things. Yeah, that's the big problem. Like, I sing Procreate's praises. I think it is a fantastic drawing app. I think it's almost like, I would say it's the best app out there. I haven't tried other ones, but it's like the best app for what you pay for it. Like for you only pay $10 I think for Procreate on the Apple iPad. But that just goes with assuming that you already have an Apple iPad, which is a huge investment that I wouldn't ever expect everyone to take, right? Yes, the eggs will be scrambled tonight. They're having scrambled eggs tonight. And so, yes, Procreate is my lifeblood. I swear by that as well. Procreate, I think, is fantastic for what you get for it, right? You get a pretty much... You get a professional grade drawing program where other programs ask you to pay like a monthly fee of $15. And this is a one-off purchase of $10. Like, absolutely worth it. But it has the caveat that you need to purchase an Apple iPad, which is not financially possible for everyone because that is an expensive piece of kit. I thankfully am able to use it for university, for drawing. I use it on a day-to-day basis, so it's a very worthy investment for me. But I can totally appreciate that not everyone could afford that. And I had to do a lot of saving myself to afford it, right? So it's just... Yeah, and I haven't tried all the drawing programs because, again, poor student here, I don't have the funds to pay for a monthly drawing program. And honestly, if I were to pay for a monthly drawing program, I'd get stressed if I weren't drawing, right? I'd be like, oh, I'm paying for this, but I'm not drawing enough, and that would stress me out. Just having Procreate and know I have it for the rest of my life if I want, that's just a nice thing in the background. But yeah, I have tried Photoshop, and drawing on Photoshop I never understood. I think it's a good photo editing software, and you can do a whole bunch of effects with that. But for drawing itself, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Maybe I didn't invest enough time in it, but it was very confusing to me and very intimidating to me. I started out my digital journey with the Coral Painter, which was fine for what I needed it for, but it's also not it's not got all the stuff that I use on Procreate. Procreate has more. Your mum taught you Photoshop? Well, good for you, my dude. I didn't have anyone to teach me, so I was always very intimidated by it. Coral Painter, I don't see that a lot on the market very much, of people using it and recommending it. It was a free software that came with with my very first Wacom tablet that I got. So I used that for a couple of years before my iPad, and those are the only two digital drawing programs I've had extensive use of. I don't know much about Paint Tool Sci. I don't know much about Clip Studio Paint. I know Clip Studio Paint has some fantastic resources for making comics and stuff, and loads of assets that you can draw on top of, and very, very good brushes that you can download. But you have that for Procreate as well, actually. But you know, your dad taught you Photoshop. Well, I wish my parents knew Photoshop that they could teach me. But oh, and yeah, the portability with an iPad as well. You can take it with you everywhere. Krita, I've heard it's is that an animation software? I've heard about it. I've thought about looking into it before you know, before whatchamacallit, Procreate Dreams came along, which I also immediately bought. Right, let's do a bit of shading on the wood before we do much else. Just add a bit of text. Yeah. Oh, that's an awful colour to have for this. Let's get a bit of texture on this wood before we burn it down. Ibis paint, which is pretty good. I've heard of it, but I don't know if I've heard of it in the context of professionals using it. Again, I know professionals use Procreate as like their main drawing tool, and they don't need anything else. So that's the thing. Yeah, Procreate being talked about, go back to looking and painting. Yeah, Procreate is fantastic. I will always sing its praises. I think it's one of those things, like, it almost feels too good to be true that it exists for such a cheap price, and I'm just very thankful that they offer this to artists, because like the Apple iPad is a fantastic drawing experience. There can be much discussion about Apple products, about how good they are. I'm talking like specifically Macs and iPhones, and there's a lot of very opinionated people in those kind of things, and how people think they're overpriced and made to break and all that. There's lots of discussion to be had about that, obviously. But I do think that Apple tablets, Apple iPads, are the best on the market, especially with their pens. Currently, I mean, I haven't properly researched it. When I was researching whether to get a tablet, and this was 4 years ago, admittedly, when I was researching whether to get an iPad or anything else, I was looking at other options, but like, just by far the best one was the Apple iPad. And I haven't heard, like, I'm kind of in that sphere, watching kind of videos, following the artists on YouTube. If anything else were to come up that wasn't, you know, the new Wacom Cintiq, or the you know, those expensive tablets that you connect to your computer, if there were another just tablet, which I have here, I haven't heard anything come on the market that is better than the Apple iPad. If there was, and they made a more fair price and all that, I will be all up for it. But the Apple Pencil and the Apple iPad are just, for me, in my opinion, currently the best on the market. And yes, they are expensive, but yeah. The new Joel Hermitcraft episodes, which one is there been one out recently? Like today? Must be, because a while back since he's thing. Because I'm waiting for his side of the. I'm checking my subs quickly. I'm waiting for his side of Iskal's. Yes, new one. Cool. Sword Fight Club. Okay. I'm hoping he's including his jump scare that Iskal gave him, because apparently he screeched and he was recording it. So, can we talk about the Iskal Joel dynamic, because I think those two have a fantastic dynamic. Anyways, what? that was so good. That was so. Doc is absolutely losing his marbles. Bless him. Yoel, yes. Yeah, I love their dynamic. They're fantastic. Right, let us draw some fire, shall we? I'm going to duplicate this, hide one of them, and now destroy what I've just drawn. Let's just hide the sketch layer. We don't need that anymore. You get a lot of the two of them in this episode. Let's go. Okay, guys, spoil me. Do Iskal and Joel have a smallish... For some reason, I was going for Iskal man, going like a smallish man. Because you've got Iskal man. Iskal beans. Joel Scal? Joe Scal? Is Skull? My brain is melting. Poor Doc, every single season he ends up in some sort of prank battle. It's so funny, yeah. Isk beans? They intact, yes. They interact, yes. But is spoil me on this, guys. Small man. Yes. Is Joel the one who makes a Heinz can of baked beans on Smallish Scal? Smallish Scal, like that. Is Joel the one who makes a can of baked beans on Iskal's building? Because I myself was very confused about that, because it says false beans on it, and obviously he'd think it was false. But then underneath it says love Joel. And I don't know, this is like some 40 chess here where I'm confused as to who actually did it. Because he confronts false and she says it was, very suspiciously says it was Joel. And then I'm like, nah, it was obviously false. But then I'm like, wait, were they in cahoots? Did they have a reason to? And just because they interacted earlier in the episode, yeah. Was it? False Beans was the copy shop from season 9, but they turned Iskal's base into a can of baked beans and it says false beans on it. So that's why I'm thinking it was false, and he did also think it was false. But then either it could have also been Joel, because there was a sign saying it was from Joel. My brain melted. Iskal's brain also melted, so at least I don't feel left out there. Anyway, I am continuing rendering this completely unnecessary. Let's destroy it. Let's ruin this building. Now the question is, do we just, let's do this on a sketch layer. Do we just kind of like make a crack in it? Kind of like, you know what? Let me get the other building that I have burnt down on, that I have drawn burning down as a reference. Can you guys guess the building? Do I use custom brushes? In some cases I do. Some, like for instance, my lineup brush that I am sketching it with right now, my sketch and lineup brush, is just the default 6B Procreate pencil. I have some of the default pencil Procreate brushes that I have edited. But yeah, what am I doing? I'm looking for this drawing, okay. But yeah, can you guess the building that I drew? That was burning down. I wonder what building that was. I wonder. We are importing a lot of burning buildings here, aren't we? So we kind of have bits bitten off the ranch here, but you can't really see it. Arson. I didn't do it very detailed here, did I? I'm doing it far more detailed now than I used to. You know what? The ranch. No. You know what? You know what? Let's just go for it. Let's just smack right in there. And just have parts of it charcoaled off. So that can be like completely charcoaled off, maybe also from this side. And then I'm going to Google references of burning wood or charred wood. Should I search charred wood? Where's Pinterest? Where's my shortcut to Pinterest? I must find my Pinterest shortcut. Charred wood, right? Charred wood. Google. No, that's just very pretty charred wood. That's just black wood. That's not what I'm looking for. Fine. Burnt wood? Oh, burnt wood. That's again just charred wood. I keep knocking my microphone while Googling. Shouldn't be doing that. Ooh. Lightning strike wood. We've got a hydrate train attempt. There's 3 hydrates. If we get 10, then I have to check my bottle. 4 hydrates. I'm keeping an eye on that. Oh no, that's just got wood burning art. I just want like wood that looks burnt off. Like not artistically, but like just physically. Do I seriously need to light a campfire in our house to find out what this looks like? How many hydrates we got? Someone keeping count? I'm looking for references. Wood burning for beginners. I don't want to do wood burn. Ooh, pretty. I don't want to do wood burning. That's 14. Oh my gosh. We're done. Okay, guys, my bottle was almost empty. So there's the chug. You wasted your points. Sorry. Guys, I took my bottle straight out of my uni bag after it had been to university with me. Obviously, it's going to be almost empty. You guys need to think. You need to think a bit further on that. It's some psychological warfare going on. Drank half of yours. Only half? Right, okay. Maybe burning wood? No, burning wood is just going to give me wood burning out. Help. Just... You know what we could do is we could make, you know how wood's dang it. I love Anoki, you're that's your first time chatting, correct? You're just like in on it, trying to make me chug my entire bottle, and then you're like, no, damn it, it didn't work. So we definitely do some charred wood here. So we'll make some of the wood completely black, and then also the edges white, so it's like already ash. You've been lurking. Alright, my dude. It just always makes me, I always find it very amusing when people are immediately in on it. You guys chugged your water instead? Well, good for you, I guess. I was like when new peeps are just immediately in on the chaos. Yeah, welcome to the chaos, like you say, Zem. In on it, in on all the chaos, in on getting me to chug my water. Is this a meme that is like known by people outside of people who are in Twitch chat? Because I don't even know that. So we have completely. I'm saying, I think we have a completely burnt off piece here, and then also kind of going. I need to think about where this line would continue if hydrate or die straight. Okay. Let's see. So this line would continue here. So if this plank is gone, I refuse to die straight. Actually, we do need to continue this line if that's happening. Even just as a sketch. Because if we're getting rid of that whole thing, man, this is just this is melting my brain a little bit, I will say. And then so this then can continue down here to kind of that point. And then we have kind of like the edge of the plank that we also need to consider. Brain being absolutely melted. And then obviously you can go back a bit as well. My brain is melting like these planks. You will die gay or not at all. That's a power move. Or not at all. That or not at all is intimidating. Okay, so and then that kind of can go in there. And we can also have is it kind of jutting out again. And then kind of like that. Okay. Joy's cracking you up. Wonderful. I've just realised I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna make this part bigger because I'm gonna have to do some fiddling with some of the lines, but I was focusing on way too much on tiny details because what the heck? Of course I was. I need to stop doing that. Okay. Let's try and figure out how this works. We could make it further down, and that still then kind of follows lines of stuff. I think that is the way to go. So, still have this line going along here. And then kind of have this going up there. And this part is still the edge of the plank, so we can just leave that there. Man, my brain. My brain. Okay, so. This then needs some fiddling with. Let's go further down. I think. A lot of this is going to get hidden by flames, so I don't know why I'm fiddling with it as much as I am. And okay, there's that. Now let's do some more kind of openings. Where the fire has burnt away at other places. And then like what's in there is just going to be black, I think. Or consumed by the fire. And then... So basically my thought is he's kind of maybe lit it around here, right? And then obviously flames lick upwards. If you see me chatting for the next 30 minutes, shout at you need to work on this paper. Okay, I'll try and remember that, Zim. It's 7:20 now. Work on the paper! So I'm thinking he kind of like... So because his flame is there, I imagine like he's stretching out his arm, he lights it about there, right? And then the flames go upwards, kind of go along here as well. I have seen Rusty's dancing animation. Oh, it's so good. It gives me such good vibes. It's so fun. I loved it. Yep. And so basically I'm thinking down here there won't be as much fire. Maybe just some like little flames licking maybe from the edges that have kind of seeped out from underneath the planks. But I say we just have it more charred wood down here. Okay. Having said that, let's now erase some stuff. Let's now erase our hard work that we've done here. There we go. To the darkness in the dark sky. In fact, we should probably just erase the whole thing, but well. And now, yeah, that is alpha lock, which is good because I will now take the darker color and just color like the entire inside here, because whatever. Why not? I think this part is annoying me. Let's try and figure this out, how this would land. So... good enough. Brought you so much Charlie's Joy dance along. It was so fun. It was so fun. The biggest grin on my face watching it. I loved it. Right, let's make that a Blake. What do we think? And then maybe colour in this part as well. Do we think we're ready for some flames? I wonder if this plank here is jutting out too much. Maybe just erase that a bit. Kind of make it more rugged. I think that is more the move. We do currently have a lot of some line art out here still. Hello? Or that line. Fire. Yes, let's go for fire. Right. Fire. Fire. I just realized my iPad hasn't been plugged in this whole time. I should probably plug that in. Okay. Let's do some fire. I am going to do the fire on a completely separate layer. And I'm going to do it above Grian, I think. The question is, do I make the fire? We didn't start the fire. I think I'm going to add the fire on his torch. I'm going to add to his group. I think I'm going to do it on a separate layer here. Question is, do we have wind? Do we have wind? Yes, we do have wind because Etho's and Cleo's... Okay, so the wind is going this way, which is very precarious for Grian, actually. Hmm. Krita didn't save your last scene? No. That's... Why wouldn't it autosave? That is sad times. That's also something wonderful about Procreate, autosaves. The fact that he's holding it so close when there's wind. His waffle would be bad. Yeah, exactly. That's my thought. I think... Okay, we have... Okay. So this is how I'm going to explain it logically, guys. In the logic of everything. We have a windy night. There is some wind tonight. But Grian is stood in the shade of his egg where there isn't any wind. So the wind is being blocked by the egg. This is how this works. This is why the flame is just going to go straight up. I just need to find a good shape for the flame. Part of me does wonder if he's really holding it too close. Maybe I should make his arm a bit further forward. We should just go a bit like, hello, I want the whole gathering. It's not alpha like you. Kind of bend it further forward. Which does make his hand look weird, so we will bend his hand a bit further back again. That looks weird again. Not that far back, I don't think. How's that? I think that works. I've got to correct some of the line out here. Just ever so slightly. That's fine. Good enough. I just realised I never coloured in his belt. His belt can be... What is that? Lizzie coloured? Lizzie something? Something from Lizzie? What in Lizzie's outfit is brown? Hold on. Why do I have that colour? What, and you fixed it? Oh, thank goodness you didn't lose you didn't lose your progress. That is a sad time when you lose your progress. What in the world is that supposed to be? I'm genuinely confused. I am going to quickly pick a picture from Lizzie and figure out what is going on. There is no brown in her outfit. Why do I have a brown? Because that is Lizzie's colour palette. Oh well. Okay. Just copy past the part from the JPEG that it was saved. Thank goodness. Her eyes? No, her eyes are blue. A very electric blue, I will say. It's this blue. Is her eye colour. Why that brown? Where's that brown? It makes sense to me somehow. It looks well. It looks pretty alright in her colour palette. Or is it a Cleo colour? Wait. That yellow. Why that yellow? Where's that yellow from as well? I'm confused, guys. Is that a Cleo colour? Where's this colour palette is an absolute ghetto. Oh no, you know what? I know where this is. Know exactly where it's from. It's Joel's outfit. It's Joel's outfit. The yellow and the brown is Joel's outfit. This yellow and this brown is his hoodie and his trousers. We have solved the mystery. Anyway, back to fire. Getting very distracted here. And kind of have it zoom around his head and then go back there. Of course, it's Shrek. It's not even Shrek. It's not even his Shrek outfit, because his Shrek outfit is the outfit that. So basically, the way I have my color palettes built up is I have like this color palette, Hermit's One, which is just what Grian, Cleo. Well, the way I used to have Cleo. Doc's in his Shrek art. Get off my swamp. Is he in a swamp? I don't have time to watch Doc's videos. And then Mumbo, and then we have Pearl, B-Dub's Etho, and then here we have Joel in the non-lifers. I know this was made way before Joel was the non-hermits. This was made way before Joel was a hermit. Joel, Jimmy, Martin, Scott, and then Bigby has a large and like miscellaneous colours, and then Hermits 2, is Scar, Tango, Impulse, Skiz, and Gem. And then alternative hermits is usually whatever Cleo is currently wearing, which is this huge bit of colour. Whatever Scar's currently wearing, which is this bit of colour. I also had to add Lizzie because I didn't have her in the colour palette otherwise. And then these two are Joel's alternate outfits. So yes. That's the description of my colour palettes. That's how I work with these and figure stuff out. They're mostly colour picked from the skins. And then kind of like just tweaked a little bit to make it look a bit better. But yeah, that's how I do my colours. And make my life a lot easier. In fact, I should be doing more of that. I'm really shooting myself in the foot, especially like with Scott's outfit, I think. Scott's outfit in the live series currently is not in my colour palette, so I always need to throw in a Scott image. I changed line colour in Krita, I don't know. Right. I'm going to sketch this out first. So let's see, he started maybe the fire on here. And then kind of like licking down there. I might have just some flames kind of bursting out the lower areas here. And like through the Google won't give you answers. I can't help you there, my dude. I don't know Critter very well at all. I know that exists. That's about the extent of what I know about Critter. And then this is kind of like where there's the predominantly the damage. I'm imagining the fire is blazing inside the egg mainly. I mean, the ironic thing, you can lock the layer of the lines to itself. Share your secrets. I hope that makes sense to you, my dude. My thought is that the fire is kind of coming from the inside and kind of spewing outward from there. Funny thing is, it didn't work. He tried to burn it down and it didn't work. I'm making him seem far more successful than he actually was here. He couldn't even manage to burn it down. But you know what? I figured we need a little bit of arson in this animatic because there's otherwise no fire. There's no burning down of stuff, to my knowledge, in this animatic. There's a campfire. I'm drawing the campfire in this animatic, but that's about it, which is sad. A is for arson. B is for... I've lost it on B. Burning. Thank you! Phoenix, it was right in front of me. A is for arson. B. Arson. B is for burning. C is for campfires. Campfire chaos. Hiya, Any27. Welcome, my dude. Thank you so much for following. It's lovely to have you here. I appreciate it. Bum, 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 bum. Bum. What about burning the heart of the globe? I should be writing you to point this out. So that is going to be in the next animatic. That is going to be in the animatic following this one. In case you don't know, what is life without a bit of arson in the life series? I know, right? It's really... There was barely any, comparably. No, there is... I'm going to definitely... I've got the burning heart already planned in the animatic frame in the next animatic. You first use Discord. That's fair. You do you, my dude. Also, I will say, don't maybe share your Discord username in a live Twitch chat. That's maybe not the best thing to do. I will... that's just kind of like opening yourself up to sharing... It's like sharing your phone number. I mean, I guess it's not the same thing, but... Anyone can then come and send you a friend request, which might not be the best thing to do, best idea. So don't do that. But yeah, in case you didn't know, I am doing 2 animatics to Secret Life because it was such a long series. And honestly, the second animatic is going to be 50% the zombie episode. Like, literally, I've planned out half of that animatic already. Actually, we can quickly go and check to see how many frames I have already planned out. Like, half of that song is I've already done 28. I've planned out 28 artworks for that animatic. Half of it is literally just the literally the 28th image is the heart burning, and everything before that is the zombie episode. So yes, I will say in this animatic there will be a lot more silhouettes in the intro sequence specifically. I kind of, in that animatic, and you're getting all the details now, I want to go into the people that we lost, if that makes sense. So obviously we had Jimmy and Lizzie and Mumbo who died really early on. I kind of want to, I'm kind of fascinated by survivor's guilt in the live series at the moment. In fact, if let me just quickly look this up. I have had an idea for a song, for an like, I'm probably not going to do this animatic. You know what? We're going to do a tangent. Let's go on a tangent, guys. Let's go on a tangent. I found a song called, the frame that I'm currently drawing before the tangent is, I'm drawing Grian burning down his egg, or at least trying to. But I got like, there was a song that was on my radio, on my Spotify radio, and it gave me an idea for an, oh, that's the wrong playlist. For an animatic of basically touching on the theme of survivor's guilt in the life series. I just need to find that song. It's called 4th of July by Sufjan Stevens. Is that song? And I have the lyrics copied here, and it's like really, it's a really kind of like sad song. It's not really high energy, not really what I usually do for animatics, right? Do I have it? I do, right? Yeah, Survivor's Guilt 4th of July. I actually have, at some point, I planned out this entire animatic, and I'm probably never going to do it, so let's just talk about it. So, I don't know if I can play the song. Should I play the song? I could just play the song. So the whole idea, I think I'll play the song and I'll kind of go through my notes on everything. You know that song? I've heard it a lot on Instagram as like background music. But basically, I'll play the song. Why not? We'll just risk it. The whole idea is like touching on survivor's guilt in like the people who were left behind in the life series in general. And you can see I go from third life all throughout the life series, last life, then double life, then limited life, then secret life, and then the winners. And it's a very depressing song, so careful for like trigger warnings of, I think suicide is very strongly alluded in the song, so do be careful. But yes, this song is very much kind of like showing people that have died and then the people who have been left behind, mourning those people. I just had like a couple of days of obsession about this song for it. It's a very slow song, so bear with me. But I think, let's just play it. Because why not? Is it going to work? You going to hear this? You know this song? What's this? This was a song idea I had once. Not too long ago, and it's just kind of like yeah. I have these ideas that I never make, but I plan them out. I've done this a couple times. But I'll just scroll down. So the first one is going to be, and basically I've got all the names of, so we'll have Skiz is the one who died in third life, and Dogwarts are the ones who mourn him. And that's kind of like connected to the lyrics that will be sung. Can you guys hear the song? Can you hear it?
The evil had spread like a fever ahead. It was night when you died, so my firefly.
Cool.
What could I have said to raise you from the dead? Oh, could I be the sky on the 4th of
Raise
July?
you from the dead. I thought that was funny because Cleo's a zombie.
Well, you do enough talk, my little hawk. Why do you cry?
So Scott and Jimmy. Scott's crying more
Tell
than Jimmy.
me, what did you learn from the Tillamook burn or the 4th of July?
And that is kind of like the fight between Grian and Scar.
We're all gonna die.
And Grian wins and then jumps off the edge.
Sitting at the bed with a halo at your head, was it all a disguise?
So,
like
junior high, because like the Southerners were kind of like the frat boys.
Where everything was fiction, future and prediction. Now, where am I? My fading supply.
And these are kind of like the deaths that hit me the most personally.
Did you
Obviously,
get enough love?
can't do them all.
My little dove,
or my
why
little
do
canary.
you cry?
The wretches. Why do you cry?
And I'm sorry I left, but it was for the best.
I'm sorry I left. I left you, Pearl. Scott saying to Pearl, I'm sorry I left. And then Pearl wins. Or like my little Versailles, and then this part is kind of like Scott exploding. So these are kind of like the deaths that kind of hit me the hardest, right? And I kind of sometimes had a couple more, sometimes had a couple less, but yes.
The hospital asked, should the body be cast before I say goodbye? My star in the sky.
So my star in the sky kind of alluding to the frame that I had in that
Such a funny thought to wrap you up in cloth. Do you find it alright, my dragonfly? Shall we look at the moon, my little loon? Why do you cry?
Why do you cry? Because Skiz, you sacrificed
Make
yourself.
the most of your life while it is right, while it is light.
It's a secret life we have the big dogs.
While you do enough talk, my little hawk, why do you cry? Tell me, what did you learn from the Tillamook burn or the 4th of July?
With what did you learn? Like with the Tillamook burn, because this is like the Tillamook burn is what is the lyric that we had up here when Grian took him out in Third Life. So this is Scar reliving that, but this time he won. This is a font. This is my handwriting, Zim. This is a Bradley hand, I think, font. Yeah, these kind of like parts here are the repeating "we're all gonna die" is just like having one winner fade in with every "we're all gonna die," kind of going back to the start, from Scar to Martin to Pearl to Scott to Grian. And that's kind of like the whole idea with this animatic. If you want to do something with that, if that inspires you, do it, because I'm probably not gonna. It might be another one of those cases where I maybe kind of sketch out a little, or not, like kind of draw out a little bit more of my ideas for it, so that people kind of get more of an idea of what I was going for. Hiya Vulcan, how you doing? But yeah, I've been kind of obsessed with the concept of survivor's guilt recently, in the live series specifically. Go for it, Frost. Go for it, my dude. You've got all the stuff on the VOD here. You've got all the lyrics, all the ideas. Do with it what you want, my dude. Go crazy. Because I don't have time to do this, but I like pondering on these ideas a lot. If you share that on Discord, you may try some drawing. I can send it to you right now, Zim, if you want. I'll send it to you immediately. Export all. Ignore the front page. I'll just quickly DM it to you. There we go. For a second there, I wasn't sure if I still had my thing open. Is that good? Did that do that? Yeah, I sent that. There we go. Ba-dum. And back to the drawing. Good afternoon, K-Poop. Hello. We are drawing fire. But yeah. If it's one of those things, I have these ideas, I like to sketch them out. I have a whole, I have this entire playlist of animatic songs where I have a whole playlist of songs that I have ideas to. And that playlist is 130 songs long. It would take 7 hours and 55 minutes to listen to the entire playlist. And some of the songs are obviously songs that I've done animatics to already, so I have, right at the bottom, I scroll down because I am organized. I have not organized it. Wait, what? I feel very cheated. Why is it not organized? I'm so sad. I thought it was organised. Oh no, it is. Slightly. It's kind of not organised. Oh my gosh. Long haul driving playlist? Yes, because it keeps my brain so active if I'm not driving myself. So Running Up the Hill's on there, All That You Are's on there, Battle Cry's on there. For some reason I've got Icarus and... Oh no, yeah, we did... No, dude, I'm an idiot. We did an Icarus animatic. Simon did. Simon did an animatic to Icarus, so like a really quick one. Icarus is flying too close to the sun. Bye, Phoenix. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If we don't see you. You set fire to egg. You set fire to the egg. Is that what you were going for? That was so flat. But yeah, so the songs that I've already done animatics to are all on there as well. But I just, you know, I have 130 songs that I have animatics to in my brain that always play when I'm listening to them. For instance, an example that I have a Martin-centric animatic for Third Life and Last Life. The song Plenty by Aeseas. I don't know how you pronounce them. Aeseaes is their name. But song Plenty is kind of like Third Life Martin. Call Them Brothers is Last Life by Regina Spektor, is Last Life Southerners. I have so many ideas, but I can't make them all. My song choice for animatics are amazing. Thank you, my dude. This playlist has helped a lot. I've been putting up this playlist for so long. Basti puts on an amazing show. Oh man, Basti would be a show that I would go watch for sure. There's not a lot of bands that I care for enough of their songs to go and watch their concerts, but Basti would be one that I'd really enjoy, actually. I had a Basti phase in January, an exam phase. But yes, just a little insight to my animatic songs and stuff. Like, most of those ideas are for OC animatics that I do at some point plan on making in the future. Is the playlist public? No. I'll tell you why it's not public, because my Spotify account is under my dad's name. Like my dad's full name, and I will never show that. See the bad blood eggs tour last year? Let's go. I feel so unlucky because I am in Central Europe where not a lot of bands, or at least I wouldn't really travel very far to watch a lot of bands. Yeah, I'd totally dox myself if I put that playlist public, so that's why I don't share it. Also, I've got to keep some of the gyms to myself, you know what I mean? But yeah, some of them are OC animatic songs that have been fully planned out. That have been fully 100% planned out. I know exactly what to do. And I can't do them yet because they're spoilery. There's literally like relationships that guys shouldn't know about until like book 5. I can't do them yet. We need to write the books. We need to write the books before I can do the animatics. And I'm like, I want to do the animatics though. Oh, not many bands in Australia. Yeah. Cover of Running Up That Hill. That cover is by Cami. Cami is fantastic. I've been following Cami for a while. Like, if you want epic orchestral versions of stuff, Cami is your gal. Fantastic. Ricky, let's make the erase of this. I always forget how I do fire every time I do fire. And since we're not doing a lot of fire, I feel like, yeah. I will say, Running Up That Hill, I didn't like the original. I wasn't a big fan of the original. It was interesting because I knew I wanted to, before this song came out, before Cami actually released their cover of it, I wanted to do an animatic to Running Up That Hill, but I didn't like the original song. I didn't like, I don't know, it's just not my kind of vibe. I'm not a big fan of the wow 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 electric guitars, like the synth. Wow 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 wow. Didn't really fit my vibe. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I knew it, it's one of the things I could appreciate, definitely the song. I can appreciate Kate Bush's vocals to it, but I couldn't listen to it again and again and again and again, because I listen to animatic songs so much when I'm making an animatic to them. So I was actually actively looking for a cover for that song when it was coming out. Like, because I knew like the lyrics fit perfectly, right? You don't want to hurt me. Do you want to feel how it feels? Like, sorry, this is just perfection for double life. Do you want to know? No, it doesn't hurt me. And yes. And if I only could make a deal with God. It's just the perfect song. There wasn't a more perfect song that you could have had for double life. Because it's also kind of like, it's kind of a love song, but it's also not. It can be interpreted platonically, which I think is important, which is why I wouldn't usually use love songs for the live series, because I don't want to like insinuate any shipping there. Musical interlude. Sing it, Katie. Hold on. Let's set the minute. I need to get the lyrics up. Let me get it's been so long. Running up that hill lyrics. Running up that hill lyrics. Okay. It doesn't hurt me. Do you want to feel how it feels? Do you want to know? No, it doesn't hurt me. Do you want to hear about the deal I'm making? You. It's you and me. And if I only could, I'd make a deal with God, and I'd get him to swap our places. Be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building. I started too high. If I only could. Oh, you don't want to hurt me, yeah, yo. But see how deep the bullet lies, yeah, yo. Unaware I'm tearing you asunder. Oh, there is thunder in our hearts. Is there so much hate for the ones we love? Tell me we both matter, don't we? There we go, that's your minute. You. Thank you, Tickle Turtle. That's a Grammy right there. Thanks, my dude. I didn't write the song though. I don't think you can you do a Grammy for a song you didn't write? I guess you could. Is there so much hate for the ones we love? And especially that one. Did I draw Pearl and Scott on it because no, I did Martin and Cleo on that because it just works really well for the Divorce Quartet. That was a song where I was like, oh my gosh, the lyrics are amazing. They fit so well. That was really a song like that was meant to be. So that was a song where I was like, the lyrics, I need a song that I like, that I can listen to over and over again, a version of this song. Because also like the backing vocals of the yeah, yo, wasn't really my vibe. I can totally appreciate it if it is your vibe, but yeah, not mine. And so I was looking for a cover of it, and I almost did like a really soft cover by Beetlebug. I think Beetlebug did a very soft cover. Hold on, let me just Google. That's the person who did the Ode to L'Manberg song. They do such adorable Running Up That Hill. They do such adorable like ukulele songs. Really, really beautiful. Yeah. They did a cover. Beetlebug. And I almost used that one. It would have been very, very sweet, not half as epic. And then Cami came out with her song, and it was perfect. And I was like, epic fantasy orchestral cover. What more could I ask for? You have written 2.5 pages for this paper today. Gonna take a break and see a flower show. Let's go. You enjoy that, my dude. Have a good time. I like flowers. If I only could. I've got that song in my head now. I tell you what, guys. I think I have a voice. I think I have a voice message of, like a voice memo of it. Of me singing. Running Up That Hill. When I had no voice. Hi, you pretty dark man. Welcome, my dude. I appreciate the follow. It's lovely to have you here. Let's see. I'm sure I have it named. I have a voice recording on my phone, going. A song about a song idea, where I'm singing. I don't have it. Oh, I don't have it. Okay. Maybe it's on my iPad. Anyway, I recorded myself in the bathroom because of like the acoustics in there, singing, running up that hill, and I had like a really sore throat, or like it was one of those cases where I didn't have a voice for a couple of days, and then I finally did, and it was like a really deep voice, and oh my gosh, the belts that I could get with that deep and damaged voice was, oh, it felt so good singing that song. Like full volume in the bathroom. Be right back in 10 minutes. But yeah, I had a fantastic time. I don't know where that recording's gone, but yes, very, very fun. I might have it on my iPad. We need to get going. Hold on. We need to improve. I feel like I'm being way too detailed on this again, so we're gonna... I always have this issue when I'm coloring, like, when I'm doing fire, I zoom in too much. So I'm gonna zoom out and be a bit broader with my erasing. It's one of those things, like, I start talking, I'm talking while I'm doing this, and I'm just focusing on... I'm kind of like drowning out these pointers, the fire and stuff, and like how I'm doing it, because I'm chatting, and then I realize, wait a minute, I shouldn't be doing it like that. Halfway through, and then I undo everything that I've done so well. Yay! This is like an E. It's turned into an E. We could do an E and a C somewhere, so like he's burned. We could make this one into a C. And this is like an insider information. So like he's burning down his house to join the Etho and Cleo club. Should we do that? We could literally... I like that idea. It's like no one's gonna notice it, but we'll know. We'll know. The hidden message in the fire. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Oh dudes. Didn't I say I wanted to put the fire on a separate layer? I can still do that, actually. I will still do that. I'll put this bit of fire on a different layer to Grian. Clear. And I'll put this fire because I want to make it move in the animatic. Then I've got to rotate it 90 degrees. Got the C. No, we can make a C out of this. We can turn this into a C. It's kind of like a C, isn't it? It's kind of pointing upwards, but yeah. Man, this is going to be an earworm for the rest of the day. Make a deal with God. I gotta listen to that song again, man. Very good song. Get him to step up places. Because it was very big back then with Stranger Things, right? It was everywhere at the time in Stranger Things. Done things on the wrong layer? No! I hate when that happens too. I feel your pain. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, that's how I kind of like knew that I wanted to. It was also me kind of chasing clout, I guess you could say, because I was like, oh my gosh, this song is currently popular. It works perfect for the live series. I need to make an animatic with it. And I was very much praying that no one else was making a double life animatic to it, because that's one of those things. It's very awkward if two people are making an animatic to the same song, because like, yeah, it almost sounds like one of them kind of heard that the other was doing it, and then it's never really that case. It's just kind of like, yeah, Stranger Things made it popular again. It's never really intentional if that happens. I know someone, for instance, has done Everyone Wants to Rule the World as well, someone else, but for Third Life. What's their name? I need to find their name. I know I have it on my favorites. Animatics playlist. MCYT Animatics. Let's scroll. It's Ghost Pajamas, I think. Ghost Pajamas did an Everyone Wants to Rule the World Animatic. Hi Beamy, how you doing, my dude? Hello, hello. And welcome back, Rose Frost. So yeah, they did it. Came out 2 years ago. When did it come out? Hold on. It came out fairly... Ooh, dear. It's the wrong animatic. It came out fairly similar time. So yeah. 15th of November 2021. And I think the Everyone Wants to Rule the World animatic that I did... Remember 15th of November 2021, remember that. I mean, it's a different cover, obviously. But that came out like 15 days later, 14 days later. So, you know, that's just the way that it is. I mean, it was Last Life and Third Life, but that's just how things work out. Can't stop it sometimes. Right. Let's continue with Fire. And I think these pieces here need to be bigger. I always go back and forth with Fire, like especially when I'm erasing it, because, like I said, I go way too detailed sometimes, and I don't like the detail. The fact that we're going so detailed. Sometimes I feel like I should just stick to the bigger shapes, but then also like all the tiny different like shapes in the fire and all the erasing parts. They're so fun. They're so fun to do. I can't stop myself. But I think I'm getting to the point, like, when I'm drawing, where I should probably learn. Was that a Lethal Company song you just heard bits of? I don't think so. It was ads in front of videos. Unless I'm getting Lethal Company ads, but not to my knowledge. Okay. I'm gonna make some of these parts bigger. Just to... What if... And I'm gonna try something new now. What if I were to make like bigger shapes behind the smaller shapes of the fire? Will that add an okay glow? I don't know. The animatic make you love the song. We're talking about Everyone Wants to Rule the World. Everybody. I heard it on... On the Strictly Come Dancing intro dances. Strictly Come Dancing is kind of like English Dancing with the Stars. British Dancing with the Stars on BBC. And I watch that every year with my mum around September time. It goes to like Christmas. And I always watch that with my mum. And it's really good. It's really good fun. Like I love ballroom dancing and Latin dancing, and I watched that on the opening, like all the professional dancers like dance together, everyone, and they danced to Everyone Wants to Rule the World last year. That was a very good one. I am still unhappy with the fire. I know we've been at it for a while, but I just kind of want to make the shapes a bit bigger. Huh. I always struggle with fire, but I have a good time while struggling. Does that make sense? Oh, Bloom works so well for fire. Bloom is fantastic for fire. I can't wait to draw Torchy. I'm looking forward to drawing Torchy. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like this, basically, what I want this fire to be is I want it to be distinct shapes. Right? I want it to be a good shape here, shape here, shape here, shape here, and shape down here. It's like a face. It's like an angry face. Back with apple pie, you enjoy. It's an angry face. Do you see it? This is like hair up here, and then we have like the angry eyes, and then the smile. It's like he's conversing with the demon. Okay, let's maybe make it not that obvious. Oops. Right, I think this area needs to be a bit more. Because why not make the eyes even more fiery and make this concept even more terrifying? Hold on. Am I on the right layer? Ugh. Different layer. We'll merge them down. That is a hole in the fire for some reason. Can't unsee it now. He's got a nose. He has got a nose. You know what we should do? We should give it a mustache. Reg is revolting against Grian. We love the nose. Well, hello there, Lazy Cat. Welcome, welcome, my dude. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Mumbo Fire. Mumbo Fire. This is him summoning Mumbo to Secret Life. Yes. We could literally just add another flick of fire here, and we could kind of interpret that as a mustache and a little flick of fire here. Not another shrine. Not again. The fact that we have to say not again, Grian, is quite funny, I find. Quite amusing. Right, I'm almost done, I think. And I just realised this was a layer that I shouldn't have merged, but oh well. We can survive. How was that? Silhouette of Etho looks so much better than the silhouette of B-dubs. B-dubs isn't here. What silhouette of B-dubs are you talking about? Hiya, Green. Remy? Had just a brain fart there, couldn't read. Welcome, welcome, my dude. I appreciate the follow. It's lovely to have you here. Oh, you know what I should do is I should just make these parts a bit more spiky this round. Right, let's duplicate, merge down. And now let's alpha lock it. Not drawing assist, that's the wrong thing. Alpha lock. I'm gonna stop charging my iPad because it's gotten really, really, really hot. That's kind of scary. Right. Just bandage around the head. Is it Etho in the background here? When have I drawn? I guess I've drawn a couple of B-dubs things. It's chaotic and nice. We love chaotic and nice. Chaotic and nice is great. Right, let's do some coloring. Add some red edges. That's brown. That's not red. We need it more saturated. That's more like it. Whoa, fire. Fire. I mean, honestly, guys, this couldn't have been an Everen Animatic preparation progress thing without me drawing a frame with fire. This fandom has changed your life? I hope for the better, my dude. It certainly has changed my life for the better. I think it's a really nice fandom to be in. I've met some really lovely people through this fandom. It makes me happy. Yes, let's go. That's lovely to hear, my dude. I think it's just it's really, really rare to find such a kind group of people on the internet. There's like, maybe it's just me. Maybe there is drama on this side of the internet, but that just doesn't feel like there's a lot of drama. Maybe I just miss it. Maybe it's not as loud as in other fandoms. But it's just like we're all vibing here together and we're just having a good time, and that is like largely due to the content creators going like, hey, if you're mean to each other, we're not going to like you. I just really need to turn down my iPad brightness. It is not happy. I think that's largely like to the moderation of the content creators kind of going like, hey, look, if you're not going to be nice, then we don't want you here. Yeah, I think good people can spawn on good communities. I think everyone is so incredibly nice and welcome, cleaner and less controversial. Yeah, I think it's also helpful that it's a very PG community. I think that has like a lot to do with it, if you ask me. I personally, I'm not the most PG. I try to be like on stream, but like in my personal life, I'm not the most PG person ever. But it's like still when I'm interacting with this fandom, I am. And I think that says a lot. I think that says a lot of like respect to each other, and like avoiding like any kind of vulgar conversations, and that just kind of breeds a friendly atmosphere also without people swearing at each other. I just think I'm not a huge fan of swearing, so I think it's just really nice to be in a community where just people are so nice to each other. Everyone rarely seen arguments here. Yep, and live series community has created smaller great communities like Everen. Yes, we are also. Everen is also full of lovely people, and I'm very, very much appreciating the people there. And also, hiya, Warrior Cats. Welcome, my dude. Thank you. Thank you for saying it looks cool. There are not too many cringe robots. Sure. If that makes you happy, my dude. Right. Let's do the infamous... Ooh. Maybe was that too yellow? Let's make it darker. I don't know. The tradition, exactly. Scratch that off the bingo card. Maybe it's irritating me because we haven't shaded the... Maybe it's irritating because we haven't shaded the thing yet, the wood behind it. Bye, Rose. Have a wonderful rest of the day, my dude. This live series is amazing, and Hermitcraft is big one because it really inspired you to up your building in Minecraft, and that inspiration. That's cool. Let's go. That's really cool. I think, yeah, they're just... I think it takes good people to kind of spread good vibes in a community. This isn't working out for me. I don't know why. Is it the colours? Don't know. Maybe I need to shade the the egg. Maybe it's time to shade some egg. You know what, actually this background is too yellow. It needs to be more orange in my opinion. I think also when we add embers it should be fine. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's just a really nice community, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. Proud to be a part of it. Happy to be. Words don't word anymore, apparently. That is yes. Let's shade the egg. It is time to do the shading of the egg. I know. Intimidating, right? Right, let's do... I'm gonna try some blue shading. We'll see how it looks. No, don't like it. Go more purple. I always default to purple shading, but like, I really shouldn't. I should change it depending on the situation, but I don't want to. I like my purple shading. It just adds so much vibrancy. Because in theory, you should be shading with colors complementary to your light color. So for instance, we have orange here, and the complementary color to like orange in the fire, and the complementary color to orange is blue. So our shades should in theory our shading should be in theory be blue. But I say no. I say I don't want to, and so I won't, especially because making blue, like shading with blue on especially wood, which is a brownish color, it just makes it look muddy, and I don't want my colors to be muddy. I want vibrant colors. And so I just refuse to follow that rule of art. I just don't. And it's fine. When can we ever English correctly? True. You've recently started trying to draw. Something about these streams just awakens an itch inside of you. That's really cool to hear, my dude. If I can ever inspire anyone, that's like job done. There's nothing else better I can do in this world than inspire people, I guess. That is something really, really cool. Yeah. If more people, I think creating is always something that we can never have enough of in this world. People creating stuff, making stuff in any kind of way, shape or form. Okay. Shading with purple makes fire pop so much more. I know, right? But in theory, I mean, I will admit, it doesn't look like it fits in the situation right now. It looks very out of place because we have the blue background, and in theory, I should be shading in a blue. If we move this to blue, oh, that's more green. I guess we could kind of move it down, make it less purple. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Hiya, Tea Leaf Queen, welcome, my dude. But I always shade with purple, no matter the situation, and I just actively ignore the rules there. Right, I am going to alpha lock. Yeah, it's already alpha locked. I'm gonna make some of these areas just charred black, especially where the fire's hitting. Kind of just make the wood look charred. It's not something I've ever done before. So we'll see what it looks like without it trying to like merging in with the background. Just single pieces of it. So much for doing multiple frames today, am I right, guys? I always make that promise and then I always like never follow up with it. I keep the option open because some frames are more intense than others, like time-wise or with what I need to do. But yeah, it's just like we get so distracted in some way, shape or form, and I always end up spending an entire stream on just one frame. Hope that's okay with you guys, because then we can do it detailed, we can do it properly, and we can have a good time, have a good chat. That is the goal of these streams after all, is it not? And then, need to add the bridge. I don't think I will. It doesn't really fit in the scene. I see what you're saying, but then like, I'm imagining this is kind of maybe to the left. If you were to look on it head on, imagine this is a camera and this is a camera taking a picture of the people. I imagine that we're stood on the bridge as the camera people. We're kind of looking up a little bit from down below at them. That's kind of the idea of this. I didn't feel like the bridge would have looked right in the frame. I did consider it. Right, and I'm going to now do some kind of like ashen. Let's see how this looks. Some bit of ashed white edges. Is that making it too messy? I mean, it would be most accurate to how wood reacts to fire. You've got the burning and you've got kind of like the edges is ash. Maybe the rest of his first house? What was his first house? Oh, like the staircase? Kind of going up? Nah, I don't think that'll look very good. I think I'm just going to keep it to the black. I think the white will just get in the way. Yeah. No. Let's now add some glows, I think. Some overlays, I think is what we need. Just to kind of blend in the fire with the egg a little better. Is that too much? You know what? Because I'm currently just like pondering whether people will be able to read what's going on here. Will people be able to understand that he's burning down the egg? Honestly, if people don't, then that's fine. But there wasn't that much burning, and it's Grian. I think he did just burn down his egg and nothing else. To my knowledge. And also Cleo and Etho there, that's kind of like signifying he's joining them. It's fine if people don't get it. It's fine. I know it also doesn't really make huge amounts of sense because they are stood on a hill. No, they're stood on a fairly flat area, but there was like wooded forest behind it, if I recall correctly. But I'm just not going to ignore it. It's fine. It's fine. People will understand it or they won't. It's good. Okay. Let's do some... Oh, this looked like if I did this as an adler. Oh, too much. Too much. I will, though... Until it... Pardon me. I will add the embers. I think you're happy. Because ember always make fire look a lot more alive. I'll just send some embers over towards Etho and Cleo. Kind of frames Grian quite nicely as well. It's kind of like almost a fire halo. I kind of like that. Is that too much? Is that too much embers? I don't know. I like embers. I think they make a fire look really cool. Let's bloom these. See what that makes it look. There. I'm going to merge these down, alpha lock it, and then just add some colour variation there as well in the embers. Just here and there. Question is, do we want to add stars or is that going to distract? I think it'll distract. So, all that is left really to do is shade Grian, I think. Methinks? Is there anything else I want to add? It's gone very chaotic. I don't know if I wanted it to be this much fire in one frame, I'm going to be honest. Maybe I'll just erase some of the parts here. I wasn't actually planning it on being as much fire as it is. And with that, some of the detail of the egg does get lost. At the cost of maybe making it confusing to some people at what is being shown here. What I could do to counteract that is I could just make the liner. No, that's not gonna look good. Nope, we don't do that. What do we do then? We're just gonna leave it, I think. I think we'll leave it. What I will do is just do a little bit of fun liquefying. This is always fun to do, to make fire look more dynamic. When I've done everything with the fire, I kind of use the liquefy tool to kind of just twirl it a bit in either direction. And depending like on how much wind you think the situation has, like the area has, the more you can twirl it. But that makes the fire just immediately look far more dynamic and like more wild. Because obviously you're drawing it, and there's some sort of like, whether you want it or not, there'll be some sort of how do I explain it? You'll have some sort of regularity. It gives it a lot of movement. Yeah, you'll as random as you want to be. There will be some sort of theme to how regular your lines are, and this is also when you're drawing stars. There's a similar effect, although I don't use a similar solution for that. But if you want to be random, if you try to be random, then it won't look random, basically, right? And so having like a random tool that is actually out of your control exactly what it does, kind of adds a lot more movement to stuff. I like how this is circling around Grian, kind of the flames here. I do like that. That was kind of unexpected, and I enjoy how that looks like. Right, let's do some shading. Hiya, Woodhat. Welcome, my dude. Shading. I think it's dark enough to where I'm gonna shade his entire being and then erase. We'll do it like that. And hiya, Jester, how you doing, my dude? Had to exit an hour and 20 minutes ago, and that progress is amazing. Thank you, my dude. We have been at it for a while. The liquefy tool is only something that I recently figured out. It's not something I ever did on previous animatics. I think the first time I used it, I'm gonna just briefly have a quick look at feed machine, no, Battlecry animatic frames, just to make sure that I'm not talking complete BS here. There wasn't a lot of fire per se in Battlecry. There was a lot of explosions but not fire. Yeah, the first time I ever used this was for this frame, and I kind of abused it a bit in this frame, I will say. But yeah, this is the first time I kind of made dynamic fire with the liquefy tool. That's how I discovered that existed. And you know what? Looking at those frames right now, something is irritating me about the fire here. What is it? Hold on, let's pull in that Cleo picture. Let's pull in that Cleo picture to compare. Because I'm actually not hugely happy now with how the fire works looking at previous drawings. I think it's because we don't have as much like dynamics in the color. It's very orange. We've got a lot of more reds here, and yeah, I might because this fire looks very pale in comparison to this frame, right? Although this frame was intentionally darker and more spread. Well, yeah, there's more fire in that one, obviously. Let's add a couple more. I love how Cleo's now just in the middle of Grian's folder. Let's add a couple more darker points here. Alpha lock. We'll see what it looks like if we just add a bit more shading, more dynamics. That's too red. I can't go more saturated than that. I think also with that one it kind of affected the background a lot more. The background was a lot kind of redder. Man, I had something that day. I had something that day that made that drawing, and I don't know what it was. I am incredibly proud of this drawing, and I don't know how I got to this point. I don't know how I made this drawing. I must have blacked out, and it existed then. Smoke? I don't think there's any smoke in this one. Do you think smoke will make it look better? Might be the background, because the background is a lot more washed out. It makes the fire look a lot more washed out. Maybe it's because Etho's in the frame. Yeah, I had something that day when I drew that frame, and I don't know. I think I've peaked. I think the thing is, I think I peaked with this frame. It won't get better. And honestly, if there was a time to peak, I'm happy it was with this frame because I adore it. Cleo looks like a boss, as they should. And you know. What scene is this? This was a redraw of the Everyone Wants to Rule the World animatic. No, Everyone. Yeah, Everyone Wants to Rule the World animatic. I did 5 redraws. Hold on. I did 5 redraws of 5 old frames. This was the first of the redraws. And then we had a Tango tackling very gaslight gatekeeper girl boss. Exactly. We had a Tango tackling B-dubs redraw. These are all frames from either the Who Are You Really animatic or the Everyone Wants to Rule the World. It's kind of like for the 2-year anniversary of those animatics. Yes, they came out more than 2 years ago. I also feel old. I did a couple of frame redraws. Oh, and you have an impulse cookie. Oh, that's also something that you should see. Oh, dude. I love how the program lagged and then it actually didn't show a private picture. Mumbo exploding an end crystal. Let me just check if... Yeah. Oh, I only did 4 frames, actually. Yeah, I only did 4 frames in the end. Mumbo exploding an end crystal. And then obviously we had to do the thumbnail of the very first. Was Joel. Here. So yeah. First time you did fire was some Empire SMPOCs. Did not use Bloom or the Liquify tool. It was a bit of a challenge. You are going to post those on Discord. You do that, my dude. The end crystal. Everyone loves the end crystal. I have never redrawn the end crystal. This end crystal is still the same end crystal as we had in the original animatic. I have that as a PNG file on my computer. Actually, I think it's on my Dropbox so I can access it from my computer and my iPad. It's because I am never redrawing it. It is the exact same end crystal as is in... Man, it makes it much easier to find frames of characters nowadays. It's the exact same end crystal as in this image here. And I'm never going to redraw it. It makes an appearance in this animatic as well, in Feed the Machine. And I'm never going to redraw that. I am concerned that my program is lagging and then zooming past stuff that I don't want it to zoom past. Program, you stopped lagging now? You're going to stop showing what I don't want you to show? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think I peaked with this Cleo drawing. If this is the height of my artistic career, I'm fine with that. I'm so happy with this drawing. I don't think... I mean, obviously in 2 years I'm going to look back and I'm going to be like, wow, that looks bad. But, dude, I'm so happy with it. I'm so proud of it. I peaked early in my career, man. Anyway. Just about to have a nightmare about that Joel drawing. What, this one? Wait. The thumbnail. Oopsie, I'm on the wrong folder. The thumbnail, where he looks absolutely manic. Have I announced the song for the next animatic? No, I have not. I will announce the song for the next animatics, because I'm doing 2 animatics of Secret Life. The first song for the first animatic of Secret Life is Feed the Machine by Poor Man's Poison. I mean, that is 2 years into my animatic career, not too early. I think I've got a while to go with animatics. I'm loving making them. They are one of my favorite things in the world. But yes. Anyway, actually I'm 3 years into it now. It was 3 years ago when my first animatics were posted. Hold on, let's just quickly pop on the Everen channel. I'm pretty sure. Everen I'm pretty sure the channel is 3 years old. The first video was 3 years ago. Whoa, yeah, the Dream SMP ones. Like, it was only 2 years ago when I started. I mean, 2 years ago was season 8. It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel old. But yeah. I've been making animatics for 3 years. Cool. But yes, we love Manic Joel. This is also a frame that I really, really love. Yeah. Boop. Okay. Let's go back to drawing. Enough procrastination. Get chilled every time I see it. Thank you. It was a case of like, I already had kind of the concept. And I knew exactly, like, I'd drawn those 2 years ago. I knew exactly how I wanted to improve the drawings. And so I could make them the best possible versions of themselves with my current skill level, right? I think that was kind of like the whole thing with that. I think my problem is that my overlay layer is not red enough. I think it should be redder. Or should it? I think the Hiya, Rosie says meow. Welcome, my dude. You love my animatics. Thank you. Appreciate that. Maybe I do another overlay. I don't like this overlay layer. I'm not feeling it. Maybe I should make it more. I don't know what I'm doing. Do I ever know what I'm doing though? I should do a Joel and Etho frame. I don't think I have one of those. I don't think there's a single frame in this animatic that has Joel and Etho in it at the same time. Etho. I love their dynamic though. Bird Boy's the best. Because Joel and Etho didn't really interact that much. I mean, apart from Etho saying, I love you, Joel, and Joel saying, okay. Oh, I guess there was the moment in when they were all zombies where Etho was running beside... Etho was already zombified and he was running beside Joel like, they're chasing me too, Joel, save me, Joel. Dude is such a... Yep. I'll look at the pictures after stream, Metroid. I think that's a bit too red. Maybe. Oh, that's not alpha locked anymore. Make some of the embers very red, because why not? I think that already has helped it a lot. But yeah, every single frame in this animatic, in this first animatic, has been planned. Apart from the sinful, empty frame that is this frame that just has text on it, which is the big epic battle scene where everyone's fighting the Wither. Apart from that, every single frame has been drawn. On one of them I need to change the composition of it, but on all the others I'm pretty happy with the composition. Now they just need to be drawn. I just need to finish them. Lots of colouring has been done. I still got a lot of line art left to do. This is a marathon. This is more of a marathon than any other animatic has been, and every other animatic of the live series before has been a marathon. Because obviously I'm colouring and rendering them and stuff, right? So, it's just one of those cases where you gotta bear with me. What is the frame you feel like the Warden from Double Life? Oh man. Oh Sim, there's so many. There's so many. I've already tackled a lot of fears. Like, I have a frame that I feared. I mean, I have to draw the Warden again, which is already scaring me. I have to draw the Warden twice. I fear that. I have many fears. There was a frame that I already overcame that fear, which was the frame of the dragon. Every frame that had the dragon in it was also very scary because I'd never drawn a dragon before. The Wither scene is like the Warden one. That scene, yeah. I think actually this frame that we're working on right now This was kind of like a frame that I didn't want to plan for the longest time because I didn't really have a clear idea in my brain on what I wanted it to look like. I'm happy with the composition we fell on. Lizzie's entire death scene, which is multiple frames, terrified me. Terrified me. And it was only yesterday when I actually did the lineup for the second last of it, of those frames. And the last frame I did, the composition sketch, which is another complicated falling frame. Can these lifers please stop falling off things? I'm running out of poses to draw them in. But yeah, Lizzie's death scene was terrifying to me. I think any scene where the scene where the Warden and the Wither fighting each other, I've got a scene like that, and I have a scene where Peeps are fighting the Wither. Those scenes are currently my scary ones. Which scene are we doing? We are doing the scene where Grian is burning down his egg far more dramatically than it actually happened in the series. But isn't that our whole vibe? We do stuff in a far more dramatic way. Every Secret Keeper scene was also kind of daunting. There's a lot of frames that I've been dreading in this, I will say. And maybe that's what's hindered my progress, but it's also felt very good. Drawing those scenes, kind of like getting over myself and then drawing them, it's kind of been a lot of times of like personal growth in that sense. And I think that's what's really special about animatics, is kind of like challenging yourself to draw stuff that you wouldn't usually draw. Like, I would never otherwise draw a Warden, right? I would never draw an egg burning down. If the Life series is a TV show, the animatics of the stage musicals, yes, that's fair. But yes, I've had a lot of... I love animatics because they forced me to draw stuff that I wouldn't otherwise draw. What size canvas do I use for these frames? Let me just quickly check. I keep hiding it. Actually, I could check here, couldn't I? No, I couldn't. Okay, hold on. The canvas that I use is the canvas, which is like the general resolution for normal screens, which is 5,342 by 3,000 pixels is what I use for animatics, and that is a good frame size for anything that you're putting on YouTube, and it's like general screen size. Back here. Love the idea of the Secret Keeper being the villain, and the song Feed the Machine holds so much meaning because they're just feeding the villain to stay alive. Exactly. That's why I really like this song. Like, the lyrics specifically don't work as well with this song as, like, for instance, Limited Life or like Battle Cry or Running Up That Hill did. Like, very specific lyrics where, for instance, Feel the Weight of Time in Battle Cry and that kind of stuff. I don't have a lot of very specific lyrics that fit very well with the song, but the song as a concept fits very well, I think. And that's why I really like this. It doesn't fit... It fits in a different way, if that makes sense. Not like lyric for lyric, but more concept-wise, and the whole message that the song is trying to tell. Happy drawing, thank you, my dude. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I appreciate you for hanging out. Right, let's do more shading in the smaller areas. Get more detail in here for Grian. How are we feeling and stuff? How are we feeling on the feel of things? Because then we'll do a highlight layer, do some line art colouring, and then we're done. Then we are done with this frame. Because I don't think I need to add anything to these guys. Potentially maybe just draw like a shadow under them. But yeah, they're just kind of like there. They're just there. They just exist. To add a bit more context to the frame. Man, Grian looks so dead behind the eyes, but honestly, it's kind of the vibe. I'm gonna have him smirking a bit because he was kind of like, he was kind of happy that he could finally burn down the egg. I don't know what he was thinking when he built the egg, let's be honest. I don't think he knew what he was thinking. Was it a task? Was it a secret task, to be fair, actually? Battlecry was your favourite. Scott and Martin are your favourite lifers, so naturally with Scott in the first frame getting Boogeyman after all the final deaths being shown from the beginning, was so happy. Well, I thought I had to reintroduce, the whole idea with that frame is that I had to reintroduce the Boogeyman to people who might not have seen or like how I tell the boogeyman to people who might not have seen the Last Life animatics, because yes, I draw the boogeyman like in the boogeyman's theme is a purple, which I did that before Martin had made the connection to the watches, so I'm very happy with my color choice on that in hindsight. But yeah, the boogeyman is all purple for me, and yeah. I wanted to reintroduce that to the whole to people who might not have seen that yet. That spark in his eye. Yes, arson. I like my arson. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. There's obviously a lot of like warmth and heat coming off here. So we need to get a whole bunch of bright shading onto this dude. Bum, bum, bum. Maybe that's a bit too much. What tablet do I use? I use the Apple iPad Pro. 11.5 inch, I think, the smaller version. Will there be references to previous seasons? To be fair, actually, that's something that I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot that was a thing that I do a lot whilst planning this animatic. I don't think there is. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I'll do more in the second animatic, but there are so many moments, like for instance, the moment where Mumbo falls into the lava and goes to red. There's so many moments where it'd be perfect to like, there you could flash back to Grian turning red when in Last Life when Mumbo and Grian are in the Nether, and Grian threatening to push Mumbo off. Could have referenced that, but I didn't. And that kind of, yeah, I honestly forgot it in this one. I don't think I referenced anything from the past. Have I referenced anything from the past? I'm scrolling through the images now. I reference Double Life. What else? That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it in this animatic, I will say. Hope you don't mind. You've had profile pictures of 2 different emails of screenshots of my animatics. Have Martin from Fireworks running up that hill and Scott running. That's alright, I guess. I mean, like, it's not like I can stop anyone from using my screenshots. I mean, usually if people like want digital backgrounds of high quality, then they order a digital print and then I send it to them. But that's then for a then they buy a digital print so that they've got like in high quality. But I can't really stop anyone from screenshotting my art. I can't do anything about it, so in that sense I don't mind. Because I know people do it and whatever, it's fine. Copper Joy, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. I just realised I have been drawing. I didn't go back. I apologise. See, the boogeyman is red. Anyone whose choice is affected by the theme of the current series is purple. That's fair. That's fair. But I've seen a lot of boogeyman as red, and I get that because they get the red bloodlust. Yeah, it's alright, my dude. It's all good. It's a weird thing to me, honestly, because it's like, I mean, it's generally a weird thing to me that people would kind of want to have my art in their surroundings. If that makes sense. Like it's like phone backgrounds and like with you with a profile picture and people who order prints. It's very surreal. It's a very surreal feeling because, yeah, it's just me. It's just me doodling my little art that people would want to hang it on their walls and stuff. It's an honor. It's really kind that people like my art enough to want to do that. Okay, how we feel? He's almost got red eyes in this. That's kind of creepy. But I kind of like it. He's a psychopath. He was still green though, wasn't he? Why was I doing red? Why did it have this red color? I don't know. Thanks, guys. What would I say my favorite frames that I've ever done? So, frame in an animatic, or does a redraw count? Because if we're talking redraws, then this one. If we're talking animatic frame redraws. If we're talking frames from just animatics, hold on. Let me scroll. Probably something from Battle Cry, let's be honest. Because I already think that everything from Running Up That Hill is very dated, and I'm not a huge fan of it. Let's see. What frames? I tell you what, I think one of my favourite frames is... Redraws definitely count. Well, that redraw is my favourite currently. And then I really like this one. I actually have this one as a... without Jimmy in the foreground, just the background drawing. I actually have that as a print that I literally got myself. So like just in the same paper of the prints that I ship. I've got it right here. I've got that hung up as a print in my room because I just really enjoy that much. Are redraws on Last Life going to be put on YouTube? Probably not. I mean, I put them in community posts on YouTube, like they are as images. But I'm not going to, like, I had people asking me this. I'm not going to redraw the entire animatic and then repost it. And I'm also not, yes, the frame that I showed for less than a second but took a long time to make. Yes, I love this frame. I also really like the emotional turmoil that comes with this frame. I love it. I like this frame a lot as well because of the paint, but yes. But I'm not going to redraw the entire animatic, and I'm not going to like post more, like I'm not going to put those images into the other animatic and re-upload that. Feels a bit excessive. Love that one, yes. As a background, yes. Maybe not have a redraw of Cleo and the frame of Limited Life. I did a Pearl and Cleo when Gem and Lizzie. Oh, that was a good one. Yeah, I like that one. Tango Infoski's frame hit hard. Yes. I think I like that frame a lot because that is genuinely the first time I cried while drawing. That frame hit hard for me, right? That frame hit so hard for even me. Where I was already crying when I was drawing that one. I had tears in my eyes drawing that one. So I think that's why that one holds a special place in my heart. Yeah. I don't have a moment like that for this animatic. It's a bit sad. I don't like have like a heartfelt moment for where I'm like, oh, I love that so much. Hello? Oh, you're alpha locked. Why are you alpha locked? But yeah. Pain and turmoil. We love pain and turmoil. How are we feeling on the Grian? Is he lit up enough? I haven't finished yet. Something may still happen. True. Although I didn't think any of the moments in Secret Life really hit me as hard as the moments in Limited Life did. I'm going to be honest. I didn't ever have a moment where I was like, oh my gosh. Where I was speechless or where I was really, really invested in the story that they were telling. Didn't have that in Secret Life. I mean, Secret Life had a whole different vibe for me. Maybe that's why I'm not really doing much of flashbacks, because for me, Secret Life is a bit separate to the rest of the Life series. I don't take it as seriously. Not as hard as a Double Life ending. I didn't cry for that one. That one didn't hit very hard for me, I'm going to be honest. But I guess maybe it's because I think that one didn't hit hard because those were legitimately the last frames that I drew. And I was so sick and tired and I just wanted to get the animatic done at that point. I think that's why those didn't hit as hard, where I was just like... I'm also not hugely proud of those frames. I don't think they look fantastic. But if you guys like them, then that's all that matters, right? I'm just still kind of hung up on this egg a bit. It's just still a little bit... It was quite emotional, don't know why, but the bad boys dying. Yes. I mean, I didn't expect Limited Life to hit as hard as it did when it came to the emotions, because I didn't expect it to be like feel so immersed in how panicky everyone was when they were losing time, when they were running out of time. Just the sheer panic. I was not expecting that, and I hated that feeling, but I also loved it. I was so invested there. There are definitely some emotional moments to come with the next animatic, with Scar winning, especially. I just need to figure out how to do it. half the next animatic is planned, the other half isn't. I basically need time where I have a couple hours where I'm not doing anything, right? Because I need to invest multiple hours into planning an animatic. I need to kind of get into the mindset, and I just haven't had a time where I've had multiple hours to do that. I mean, you could argue, oh well, your streams are multiple hours, but it takes very long periods of time for me to get in the mood for planning an animatic, and I need to be in the right headspace for it. And so I was trying to do that before uni started, because obviously when you're on holiday you have more time to do that kind of thing. And I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish the planning when uni started, and now I'm just kind of like in limbo where I'm like, I have to find the time, but I can't. So yeah, that's kind of like why the progress on on Feed the Machine here is also fairly slow, because I need to finish the liner, and that is also a case of I need to sit down for multiple hours and do the liner. I was actually planning on doing that today, but I sorted out my cupboard, which actually really helped me like sort stuff out. Joel's death had so much panic from his POV, but from Scott's POV, it's just like a guy who's annoying the server. Man, we are lagging on this thing right now. Hold on. I'm just gonna maybe close the app and reopen it, because it's not happy. I need to watch some the last week perspectives of some clips, because there are still so many perspectives I haven't watched from that, and I think that will really hit hard. Dude, you are so laggy. The program's not happy. Hiya, Idizzle. Is that correct? Idizzle? Hello, my dude. Welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. Gem hit the hardest for you? I watched very few perspectives. I tell you what really scared me was Skiz running from Scar after Tango had been killed. After Scar killed Tango and then he just went manic searching for Skiz. That scared me. That hit hard. Mate, I can't... The program is not happy right now. It is lagging. Scar killing Etho. Oh, that was savage. That was really savage. There we go. I think we're more streamlined now. Most people can't pronounce it. It's with a long I. Edizzle? Edizzle. Is it Edizzle or Edizzle? Anyway, love you, Animatics. This is the first stream you've been able to catch. Well, welcome, my dude. Hello. Scar's killer Tango. Just by Tango. Yeah. How would I rank how the winners won? Hold on. Let's go back to... How would I rank how the winners won? I don't think I'm a huge fan of how Scott won. I'm not a big fan of Battle Royale. I think that would maybe be lowest, even though Last Life is one of my favorites. The fact that Pearl couldn't... Dude, you're lagging! I'm moving around the canvas and it's not having a good time. The fact that Pearl didn't win herself in the sense, but Scott sacrificed himself. He kind of took away the win there. This is all Scott's fault, no. But didn't give Pearl the chance to properly have her own win in that sense. And also kind of like the story sense of Scott being like, I forgive you, you deserve it. And them kind of being all happy and forgiving each other again. Doesn't really fit well for story for me. I have a real soft spot in my heart for obviously like the cactus ring and the fight that Grian and Scar had. That is just so emotional. I think that is my favorite way of people winning. But that could just be the nostalgia speaking there, because oh my gosh, it's been so long since Third Life. And then Scar's. It was just such a rush. Oh, hello, Thunderbird. It was such a rush for Scar's win. I don't have Scar's win as present in my brain right now because I've been planning to rewatch those episodes anyway to plan the animatic. So I won't comment on that one yet. I don't have it as present in my brain. But then obviously you've also got Martin's, which was also fantastic. I'd say ranking wise, I can't comment on Secret Life right now because I don't have it as present in my brain, so I'll add that to the tier list later. I'll say Grian, Martin, Pearl, Scott as like my ranking of how people won. I feel like we need more yellow on Grian here. Just like right on the edges. You'd have to agree. But when Scott died, some of us were definitely hyped about it. Scott died in when? Double Life? I think like Double Life didn't hit as hard for me either because I got spoiled. Some a-hole came into the Everen Discord on the day of videos coming out, and before anyone could properly watch a video, like immediately came in and said Pearl and Scott won Double Life. So that one kind of ruined it for me a little bit, I will say. Thing about Pearl's win not being her own is that if Scott didn't die, probably would have been a joint victory instead of Pearl winning. True, that was so annoying. I think Pearl would have totally been allowed to get her revenge. I like story-wise how they did it actually. Of those two, the way they ended it, I think best outcome. Because Pearl wouldn't have wanted to kill Scott. Because all she wanted was a companion the entire time. I'm talking story-wise here. Scott wouldn't have wanted to kill Pearl because he wouldn't have wanted to win again. So I think this is the best outcome. And also the saddest, because all Pearl wanted was companionship, and she didn't get it, because he just blew himself up. Spoilers suck, yeah. It was so bad. And then, like, we immediately wanted to ban them then, because that was, like, immediately like, oh my gosh, we gotta ban them, delete their message. And they had already left the server, so they jumped in, spoiled it for us, and then left the server. Like, what's your gratification there? It's one of the very rare bad experiences I've had with live series people, but like incredibly rare. Barely ever happens. I think I am ready to do some line art colouring. I think this is the last part. No, we've already done some line art. Something's missing. What? I've been fiddling on this for the last 20 minutes. I feel like I'm not really doing much to it. So, yep. Maybe we just finish. Maybe we just call it a day. Ah, the moon. Yes, the moon. True. Thank you. Thank you. We'll do it on this layer. You know, I could just be lazy. I could just be lazy and do this. There's your moon. There's your moon. I'll make it smaller. And I'll maybe make it a crescent moon. Oh, hello. How's that? I would say crescent is odd. Crescent is good. We gotta get the right shape of the crescent though. If we're gonna do crescent. How's that? And I think I was just kidding with making it the actual moon. So we're just gonna, it's just alpha look. And maybe make it a bit more yellowish. The colour of Joel's hoodie. Ooh-wee. There we go. How's that? They have to look like the moon from Earth? Why not? How else would you look at it? How else would it look? If I want to make it the moon from Earth, how else would it be? I'm confused. Get a bit glowy. How's that? That good? Everyone puts Joel in Life Series merch. I did a poll about this, asking whether I should, and predominantly people said yes, do it. So I'm doing it because the fandom wanted it. Hi, Ickplays, welcome my dude. I appreciate the follow. Thank you, thank you. How do we feel? How do we feel about these dudes? Part of me wants to make the area around Cleo and Etho a bit lighter. Just to make them stand out a bit more. How's that? Does that look weird? Hi, Miss Momo. Okay. How are we feeling on this frame? First stream we joined because we didn't know how to Twitch. Are character designs the same in this animation? I always kind of update character designs a bit. Like, for instance, Joel isn't wearing, yes, he was advertising the merch. Joel is looking different. Martin looks a bit different. He's kind of like in a mix of how I drew him in Double Life and how I drew him in Limited Life. I'm happy with my Martin design now. Hold on, I'm trying to find the frame with Joel in it. Where is Joel? Where are you? So Joel is in his Life Series merch. Here. So he's not wearing what he usually is. Let's see. Lizzie hasn't got the exact same design as I drew her in Last Life. Got a little bit different. Yeah, Scott and Impulse have their band skins on, so their band gear. Cleo's still an 80s workout person. I think that's it. Yeah, I've kind of just updated my design on Martin a bit because I obviously couldn't make him a pirate like I did in Limited Life, and I wasn't a huge fan of my design of him in either Last Life or Double Life. I wasn't a massive fan of his design there. So I think I've kind of fallen on a design that I really like. And it's kind of a mix between his Double Life and his Limited Life design. We are keeping the long hair, but it is braided, like it is in Cherry's episode thumbnails. So, yes. That is that. How are we feeling? How are we feeling on this drawing? I think we are finished. Let me just quickly check if there are any spoilers in the beginning, because there sometimes are. I think we are good. Yeah, so we'll do what we always do. And we will do a time-lapse. Start again from the start. We'll do a time-lapse of the thing. Of the entire drawing while we have our kind of finishing talk. Guys, that took 3 hours. I wasn't expecting that to take 3 hours. I was not at all. Hiya, CC Rascal. Welcome, my dude. I appreciate the follow. Lovely to have you here. I think the idea of Grian with a shirt underneath, you never would have thought of that. The idea... I didn't like him just being in a jumper. Like, okay, for here, he was in a jumper and in a shirt, but for me, there's a really weird mix of certain clothing taking me completely out of the immersion and certain clothing feeling like it fits in the world, right? For instance, I'm not a huge fan of Impulse's eye-printed t-shirt. I never really liked that. I've been kind of struggling to figure out how I navigate that in different animatics because I don't like the eye print itself. I mean, totally fair for his skin, like it works well, it's cool branding. But it kind of takes me out of the immersion of the Life series. Gonna play for a couple hours? I will join you, my dude, I will. We'll do that after stream. Sounds good. But yeah, with the tie, it worked really well with the ties, and then I was kind of like, well, what do I do now? And even now, if they do another Life series, and Impulse is just in his normal skin, then I don't know. I don't know. Sense of being yeeted into the void and coming. That's why in Double Life I did Impulse's strap. Yeah, I was kind of like experimenting around, kind of like having it be similar to how B-Dubs had a strap in Double Life, and I really don't like that design. I think that's almost the worst of all the designs, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's just, and like Grian's jumper, just being a jumper without a shirt underneath, it kind of feels the same. That it kind of takes me out of the immersion. I don't know why a jumper with a shirt underneath takes me out of the immersion less. Maybe I just enjoy the character design more. I've struggled with Big B's design as well. Let's see. This was also like a thing of, I didn't know how to draw Joel in this because he's wearing the hoodie, and that is, I think I mentioned it feeling immersion breaking in the poll post that I did on YouTube to see like what people wanted him to be in. But yeah, YouTube decided, yeah, no, just draw him in the hoodie, and I was like, fine if that's what YouTube wants. We'll see. It doesn't feel as immersion breaking as other stuff, but the fact that he has a hoodie with text on it just feels a little bit, I've been able to hide it so far. But yeah, there are some certain things that just feel weird to me to have character design wise. I mean, Cleo is a whole different flipping story. I refuse to draw Cleo exactly like their skin. I'm not a massive fan of the swimsuit over the clothing. It's not my vibe. All the bright colors. I've edited it a bit. I've changed some parts of the design that feel more in tune with stuff. But yeah, it's a really weird ballpark. It's a really weird ballpark because some of the clothing where I'm like, no, my immersion, because in my brain they're like in a fantasy world, and which is why which is why I like to draw Pearl in a Pearl in a like a hood. Pearl's in a hood, right? Or I don't know. I really like Martin's design of kind of being a pirate, because that also reinforce the fantasy vibes. But yeah, that was just... Etho is obviously Kakashi, there's nothing else I can change there. The Canadian flag is the only type of product placement that I will allow. No, the Canadian flag is just a gag that I just kept for some reason. It's just the way that it is. But yeah, it's just kind of like... Scott always feels very immersion breaking with his clothes, but I just enjoy it. I liked how Big B looked in his red skin. I liked that vibe. It's just... I guess it's how I would imagine, what would people wear if they were in maybe like a dystopian, maybe zombie apocalypse kind of thing. But yeah, I like the Bad Boys designs. Skiz is also a weird one. Skiz and Mumbo just chilling with a suit and tie. Hiya Freya, welcome my dude. Hello. But yes, character design is always something that I do put a lot of worth into. Anyway, yes Freya, thank you so much for following, I appreciate it. Well, lovely to have you here, welcome. Hi, welcome to chat. But yeah, this is what we drew today. I see a lot of people popping in now and saying hi, but I'm just about to say bye. We have finished this frame today on stream of Grian burning down the egg. Yeah, more frames to be done on stream. This is where I'm getting a lot of progress done, and these streams motivate me a lot because I actually finish frames in them. And otherwise I'm just kind of like working on frames continuously but never really finishing any, because I just want one part of the process to be done. I want the line art to finally be done in this animatic. I will be so happy, I will rejoice when the line art is done. But yeah, it's been so... I only ever finish frames on stream, which is really nice. It's a really nice feeling to actually get some progress done. I've been a bit stuck with this one, I'm gonna be honest. It's a very long one. It's been taking me a long time, but life has gotten in the way, as often is. And I hope you guys are bearing with me. I am working my backside off to... Yeah, it's gotten to the point where I'm colouring frames on the train, because that's the only time that I have. But I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to give you guys this animatic. And yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you had a wonderful time. I certainly did. I will see you guys next time. I'm trying to get more into a bit of a routine with general things in life at the moment. And I'm trying to do it where I stream on Wednesdays and potentially on Sundays, or like Sundays or Wednesdays, or Sundays and Wednesdays, or maybe some weeks neither. But like Sundays and Wednesdays is where you can probably most likely see me. Maybe on Thursdays, not sure, but keep an eye out on the Twitch channel for definitely Wednesdays and Sundays. Not every week. Yeah, it's just the way that things are at the moment. I'm a student, I work. Yeah, I'm busy. But thank you so much for hanging out. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I really enjoy sharing this process with you. It's a fun time, and you guys are the ones that keep me motivated to actually finish this animatic. Yeah, thank you so much. And with that said, I will see you guys next time, but there is nothing else for me to do than to send you off into the void that is the internet. Bye guys.